And we are starting the recording. Everyone here knows William Mears. William Mears and I have been going together in many different projects over the past 2 years now, right? Starting back at Video Prospector back in 2011, and
2011.
It's it seems like the time has just flown by, and along those months of us working together, he's actually shown me a lot of stuff, and more recently when I created the Offline Appreneur, which we just recently launched this week. William and I were talking. Actually, it was a little bit before then, I think, wasn't it, William? I don't know, maybe a few days before. I was talking to you about about the apps, and you were like, "Are you serious? You're putting that out?" And he showed me his this little method, and I was like, "Man, I got to get you on with my guys because I want everybody to see this." So what we're going to be doing today, guys, is we're going to be here on, it's a Saturday. So I hope everyone's kicking back and relaxing on their weekend. But when you get off this webinar, I promise you that you will not be able to relax. You're going to want to put this into action as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, William has been working this method nonstop for the past few days now, right?
That's exactly right. I would say nonstop's an understatement. I've been putting a lot into this, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited, guys, to get this out there and let you see exactly what this is, what this is, and this method is in person. But just to kind of preface everything just a little bit, so you can kind of get an idea what we're talking about here. Let me ask everybody a question: if you had the ability to take to take a customer and build a list of, say, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people, do you think that it would help you to get their business as a customer? If you were able to walk in the doors of a business with a list in hand, do you think that it would help them to decide whether or not they want to work with you or not versus everyone else? Now, we're talking about a targeted list, okay? Let's say you own a pizza shop, all right, and little old William Mears comes walking in. Well, he's not little. He's pretty big, actually. I think he's like 6 foot.
I'm a pretty big dude.
He's a pretty big dude. Okay, so big old William walks in, with his kind of goofy stride and says, hey, I got a list of a few thousand people around the area that is really interested in purchasing or that loves pizza. And as a matter of fact, I would like to work with you. What do you think they're going to say? Anyone? Anyone? Exactly. Okay, sign me up. Exactly. Sign me up. These are people that have expressed interest, not just expressed interest, right, William? They've literally taken action, right? They've taken multiple actions.
That's it.
They've taken multiple actions. And not only is this list targeted, but the person who you give this list to is going to have the ability to touch base with them whenever they want, in a way that is practically guaranteed they're going to see the message like 99% of the time. Does this sound too good to be true yet? When I first saw this, that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, this is impossible, right? Okay, so you guys all know by now, probably most of you know what method we're talking about here, or what way of contacting people we're talking about. We're talking about contacting people on their mobile phone. Exactly. Terry got it. So if you've got your mobile phone, as a matter of fact, show of hands, who's got their mobile phones standing by right now? Who has their mobile phones either in their hands or in their pockets or next to them within 3 feet? Anyone? Everyone. Exactly. Everyone. Okay. Now, just like you have your mobile phones right there practically all of the time, or you're in touch with it many, many times throughout the day, you probably get text messages or other messages, and it's a guarantee that you're probably going to read it, right? Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And Bob asked, he says, is this robocalling? No, it's way better than robocalling because the messages are free that you can send. It's free. So I don't want to pump this up too much longer, and I'm kind of stalling a little bit because I know William's getting ready. William, are you ready for us?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know William has been so gracious as to come here today and do this for us. You know, he's not gaining anything. There's nothing to sell, guys. So put your wallets away. William's not going to sell you anything. You know, we are actually doing this for everyone who actually had an opportunity to purchase offline Appreneur. If you haven't purchased offline Appreneur, at the end, I will actually show you how you can get in and grab that at a killer discount, since it's only going to be open for a little bit longer. But like I said, we're not here to sell you some $200, $300, $400 product. I know some of you guys probably want me to, but I'm not going to. And William has nothing to sell either. Matter of fact, this is something that you're putting together with the case studies and whatnot. When are you planning on releasing this, William?
Actually, I've already started releasing a couple of videos. I've got a couple more to do
Nice.
this week to update the case study. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. So there you go, guys. When this actually comes out, I'll definitely notify you of it. If you want to see, like after today, if you're excited about it as I am, then you actually you'll get a message from me and you can go ahead and get it. So show of hands real quick right before we put William on here. Throw a 1 in the chat box if you already have offline Appreneur or some sort of an app builder. Okay. All right. Now, if you do not have it, throw a 2 in the chat box. I want to see a show of hands of people that do not have an app builder or offline Appreneur, so I know kind of where we're at and see how many people here actually don't know much about apps, so we can make sure that we focus on that throughout here. Okay. So we're about 50-50. Okay, so we're about 50-50, William. Okay. We may have to cover a little bit more on the app side, and I'll bet you even some of the people who already have offline Appreneur or some other app builder are going to be pretty, would love to see a little bit more information about that. So without too much further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over here to William. I'll be here, guys, hanging out and answering questions, and I'll be here just like always. So go ahead, William, take it away.
Okay. Thanks for the introduction, Mark. It's always good to work with you. And actually, Mark's been following closely here the last couple of days what I've been doing on the case study. And I just want to start with saying, thanks for coming out, on Saturday. I know it takes a lot of discipline to work your business when everybody else is off, but remember, they only get 2 days a week off, and entrepreneurs and business owners that run their business or don't, have a day every day in their business get the rest of the week off, or any day they want. So remember that next time someone teases you about working on a Saturday or a Friday night. Even for Mark and I last night, we were working. So, but we had a lot of fun, and we're going to be covering a method that I don't really want to say it's a method. It's more of a strategy. This is like an entire, you can build an entire business and an empire, really, just from what I'm about to unlock here for you today. So I really want you to focus, pay attention, get a pad and pen, be ready to take some good notes on this stuff. And I'm going to start with the first question of, who knows what AdMob is? By show of hands, put a 1 in the box if you know what AdMob is. And Mark, I'll let you be the voice and feedback for me.
Surprisingly, it's okay. We do have some people that are saying that they've heard of it, but not as many people as you would expect.
Okay. All right, that's good. AdMob has been around for a little bit now. They were bought out in 2009 by Google, which is one of their more sizable buyouts. And this was Google's commitment to the mobile industry back in 2009. And I remember this because this was really big. This is when everybody said, uh-oh, Google's getting into mobile. We need to be in mobile, like right now, just to get in front of the wave, because they know that anything that Google gets into and that kind of a, with that kind of a commitment, Google will spot out, 50 or 60 so companies, and this is definitely one of the more sizable ones. So when they bought AdMob, they had specific intentions to blow up the market, and how many of you guys would agree that they've pretty much done that? I mean, if you look around, you can't get away from the droid, right? So AdMob is basically like AdWords, but for your mobile phone. So these are display, banner and text ads on your mobile, and that's what AdMob is. The ability as an advertiser, not as a publisher, but as an advertiser, is that you can get one-click downloads to your apps, okay? And that includes, again, banner text ads, the targeting ability, which we're going to go over this a little bit here shortly. Just know that it's as good, if not better, than Facebook. Mark, am I lying about that?
That honestly,
did I lose Mark? There
no,
he is.
no, I'm here. I actually think that if I were to choose, because I'm nothing against Facebook, I'm not against Facebook, but if I had to choose of where I would rather target, I think I'd much rather target on AdMob than Facebook because of the reach. It's a lot bigger.
Well, the
everybody
reach is
has
bigger,
a mobile phone.
Exactly. Everybody's got a mobile. The reach is bigger. The target is the traffic is just as targeted. And when I say it's just as targeted, I'm talking just as targeted for 1 cent a click as opposed to 45 to 50 cents is what Facebook recommends minimums on their clicks. So, a 50th of the cost is definitely, I hate using the word cheap or even the word inexpensive, but that's exactly what this is. This is dirt cheap traffic, and it goes straight to your apps. These are one-click downloads for your apps. So
remember when AdWords came out back, 10, 15 years ago? Whatever, it seems like forever. But remember when they first came out, how inexpensive it was for advertisers?
Yeah.
And
yeah, the rush of 2002 and 2003 produced some of the biggest. Actually, Mark, you and I were just talking about that the other day. Like some of the biggest marketers today got their start blowing up AdWords in 02, 03. Seriously, because they were able to just make massive amounts of money from leverage abilities from the advertising opportunities that AdWords produced. And what Mark's getting at is that AdMob is just like that. We are positioned right now. If you're not on AdMob and you're not producing apps, you are missing the next wave. This is the next wave that's going to kick. And again, if you're not in front of it, you're going to be left behind. It's just and I don't want that, and neither does Mark. So that's why we're covering this. It's very, very important. In fact, it's so important that I'm actually going to show you the inside of AdMob. Obviously, you want a Google account, and I'm actually just going to sign into AdMob. It's pretty easy to sign up for an account, but since I've already signed up for an account, I'll just run you through one, or run you through mine and show you that. If you notice here, I've got a campaign ready to go. It's not launched yet. But this is, again, where you can, for example, actually, let me ask you this, guys. How many of you know how to use AdWords? Put a 1 in the box if you know how to use AdWords.
Okay, a lot less
What's
people
our
know.
Feedback, Mark?
A lot less people know how to use AdWords than know about AdMob. How many of you think that you're proficient at AdWords? Not many.
That's what I was going to get at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many. Okay. Well, let me explain this. This is actually easier. Okay. This is most comparable to a Facebook ads type setup. So when I want to create a new campaign for an app, so let's say I've already got my app made. All I'm going to do is just click on Create New Campaign. I mean, this is stupid simple, guys, right? I mean, even an average Joe like me can come in here and bust this thing out. So I'm just going to do something like this: pizza test. You can see where I've already done a pizza test before. I've got it to where I can end the campaign if I want, set a certain date. The minimum budget's $10 a day. That doesn't mean you have to spend $10 a day. It just means that's the minimum amount you can list. And if I have notes for which client this is going to be for, or if it's going to be for myself, I can list something down there. But I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. All right, so we're going to cover again apps. And Mark, you want to tell them which app they should choose?
You should use Android. Do not use iPhone. If you have an iPhone, I'm joking. Now, I think personally, Android is the app of choice, or the phone of choice.
Absolutely.
For most. Yeah.
Definitely, it's definitely in the bulk, and that's where you're going to get the most traffic. That's where you're going to get the most clicks and views, and that's what you want. You know, it's the most popular platform. And I say that being an iPad owner, Android is the most popular platform. It's just fact. Nothing you can do about that. All right, so it automatically names the group for me. That's good enough for me because I don't really need to get that specific with it. It's all under the pizza test campaign. And what happens is when you click this, I mean, it shows you all the different devices that you can run and display your ads to. Look at this. This is just for Android. Look at all of these models. That's crazy. When it takes you a few seconds to scroll through the list, that's crazy. Android versions, this is where you actually choose the minimum software requirements in order to run your app. So you're going to need to make sure that your app can run on the selection that you make here for the software, and then again on the maximum in case it's an older app. You want to make sure that reflects. I'm just going to leave this the same for now. But now we get into, and you can see over here the stats. It'll follow me down here as we scroll down. But you'll pay attention to the minimum bid here. Okay, this is what I want you to really pay attention to, because we're going to start getting really specific, like geographic location.
It's exciting. I love this part.
I'm going to go North America. I know, me too, right? This is I really get pumped up about this. And then I'm going to go, okay, I don't want North America, but I want the United States. And okay, I don't want just the United States. I want Nevada only. Oh yeah, how about Las Vegas only? Now check this out. What did my minimum bid change to?
1 cent.
The same. It's 1 cent. Still
a
1
penny.
cent. It's crazy. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, a penny. But we're not even done. Yeah, we're not even done yet, because we can target all traffic. We can target via Wi-Fi or mobile operator. I can exclude all the proxy traffic if I want. That means traffic that's coming in through a proxy. Check this out. I can customize if, for example, I've got a pizza client that I'm working on currently. So who eats pizza typically? Single males, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably predominantly male and that age range, right? So I selected that. What happened to my bid?
Still the
Nothing.
same. I love it.
So let me get this right. I get to target males from 18 to 44 in Las Vegas, Nevada, for a pizza app
that have an Android
for 1 cent a click. That has an Android for 1 cent a click. That means they have to take the action. And by the way, the action is click to download this software or click to download this app.
Okay, I got to stop you for a second, William. I got to stop you
Sure.
for a second, because I want to make sure that everybody – I saw a few wow. I even see a couple holy crap, a couple of expletives.
Right.
I need to make sure that everybody here is awake. Okay, wake up for a second, guys. Listen to what we just showed you. We are telling you that you can take your application, okay, if you have one. If you don't, we'll show you how to get one in a few minutes. We're showing you how you can take an application, your customer's application, put it in front of people for a penny per, not per view, per action. Action. Guys,
For action.
wake up for a second. Is that not exciting? If you had the ability to get anything for 1 penny per action, you better be doing it. You can't do anything like that. So wake up, watch what you're doing, get excited, because this is exciting. Okay, sorry, William, go.
Yeah, and most people miss that because they think, oh, it's 1 cent per view or something. No, it's per download of your app. So 1,000 downloads of an app in a local area like Las Vegas, which a local list of 1,000 people, I mean, what do you think that would do for the pizza business that I'm targeting?
I mean,
You think it would keep them slammed?
who knows?
You know?
Who knows? I
Like,
I think that's the part that a lot of people are still trying to get to sink in. They don't realize, and the competition is really low. First off, not many people have applications for their business. Okay.
Nope.
Second off, not many people are advertising their applications. Okay, so the fact
what I
is,
just showed you, what I just showed you, even if there wasn't a mobile app gold rush, which there really is right now, that really is happening. But even if that didn't exist, what I just showed you how to leverage someone that has an existing app, right? You can provide this service now for pennies on the dollar cost to you and charge hundreds a month for it.
We need to stop for a second
because 1,000 downloads.
We lost a few people. Okay, so I want to make sure everybody understands this. First off,
Sure.
Some people don't have an iPhone. Some people don't have an Android. Maybe you've never seen these devices yet, and I'm going to just go real basic here for a second. I'm sure everybody's heard of an iPhone. I'm sure everybody's heard of an Android by now. Okay, smartphones. Basically, everybody who owns a smartphone can download an application to their phone. Okay, now we're not talking about text messaging. We're talking about iPhone. We're talking about an Android. We're talking about
Something like
Kindles.
This.
We're talking. Yeah, show them real quick. See, this is a web application. Okay, it's not to be confused with a mobile website. Okay, it's a web application that goes on your phone, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that these web applications can do. Now, what we're showing you is a way to advertise that. Somebody says, is this PPC, pay-per-click? It's not actually pay-per-click, but it's similar to it. And when I say it's not PPC, I'm saying it's not Google's PPC. This is pay-per-click, and I'm in quotes. You can't see my hands, but I'm putting it in quotes for mobile applications. So if you have an application, what is the biggest problem that you have, no matter whatever it is, whether it's applications or websites or anything, it's traffic, right? Okay, so what William is showing you here right now is how to take this application for this pizza company and put it in the hands of the people who want it, all right? So again, I know some of you don't have apps, maybe you don't know how to build an app and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that in just a few. Right now, we're just trying to blow the doors off of the fact that people don't know how to advertise them. We're showing you how to advertise them, and we're going to go more into it in a little bit more detail here, but just stay with us. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, William.
Yeah, that's okay. It's good that you're making sure everybody's up to speed, because this is very, very important. This will be, I can guarantee you, this will change how you do business pretty much from now until, it's like one of those things. You remember when we used to all listen to 8 tracks? I never did, because I'm a little younger than that. But you remember how we all used to listen to tape cassettes? Yeah, that was my era, right? Tape cassettes, and then moving into CDs. You say a CD now, and kids are like, "What? That old thing? I thought that was like a Frisbee." Because of technology and the way it advances, this is the newest, hottest thing that's out. Okay, it will further your business. It's very important that you catch this. So again, let me state this: for 1 cent per 1 cent for each download, at 1,000 downloads, the quick math on that is $10. So for $10, you can build a local list for any business in Las Vegas, basically, is what I just told you. All right? Same goes for pretty much any other town, okay? It's going to be dirt cheap traffic that actually is doing something to before you're charged that 1 cent, okay? That's very, very important. So when you go to a business owner and show him, for example, Manhattan Pizza actually there's a few places here in Las Vegas that are a few branches of this, but this is the website I'm working off of just as an example, and I'm actually doing an entire case study around this. I'll get to that in a little while, but I just wanted you to see that I did this literally in just a few minutes of my day, and I'm not an app creator. Those of you guys that know me know that I'm an offline lead gen guy. I like software, but I can't code worth a crap. I couldn't code to save my life. and look at what I'm able to do. I did this all by myself. Like,
Yeah.
no one's helped me with this, and that's pretty cool to be able to produce an app like this. And then I'm going to load it into AdMob here, and I'm going to pull in a few thousand people on a local list, and I'm going to go to this Manhattan Pizza, one of the branches here that's close by, and say, hey, look what I've got for you. How do you say no to something that's got your name on it with a list of people that's a few thousand strong interested in your pizza? You know what I mean? How do you say no to that? I don't think you can. I don't think it's possible for someone to say no. You just don't. So that's how important and impactful this is that you can be able to build your own local lists. And when you go to the business owner, they're gonna feel like they hit the jackpot. That's why we call this local list jackpot, because you show them a list that's already built. Like, it's not have to build it. It's not I'm gonna build it. It's here it is.
They love you for that.
I don't think it gets any better than that. So once I in the next step on the targeting, once I've got that set, just to finish this little point out here, I'll be able to choose either text or image ads. And if you look down here, this is what the image would look like. For pizza, I'd do a lifestyle ad and type in my call to action, like order Manhattan Pizza tonight, right? Something like that. And here is where I'm actually going to list the app. My app is not published yet, so I don't have a URL, but this is very simple. Once it's loaded and published into Google Play, I'll actually paste in the HTTP link, the full link for Google Play, and actually AdMob is so smart that it'll actually detect the full address of the app and place it under what they have as a market URL, which is just the app after this. So really, really cool stuff and how they do that, and that's how you create your ad. You can go ahead and create other ads like it, place your minimum bids, and finish the thing off. But that's how easy it is to. I mean, let me ask you guys, what I just showed you in those 5 minutes, I know we covered a lot in between there, but the 5 minutes it took me to set that ad up, was that hard? Put a 1 in the box if that was pretty freaking easy.
You know what? A lot of people are excited about this. So excited that we have flooded out the questions box. Now, keep in mind, guys, okay, this is really a last-minute webinar that we put together, decided to do today because it's that exciting, okay? Some people I know some of you have some basic questions, and I don't want to keep pausing for the basic questions. What I wanted, because I know they're getting ready to be answered. So if you're wondering how you can sell this to your customers, how much you can sell this to your customers for, what's the difference between this and a mobile app, mobile website, sorry? Is this a web app? All of those questions are going to be answered, so stick with us, okay? Yes, we're going to try our best, Scott, to have a replay, but don't count on it because you never know what's going to happen. When you exit, maybe go to what webinar fails. So try to stick around, guys, because this is exciting stuff. Man, I'm so pumped up. I'm so pumped up about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's designed to be simple. I mean, this is for Mark and I, so we're all about massive action, and it's the simplest tasks that can be repeated over and over and over again that make you the most money. And this is
mind map you're showing here, this is like the roadmap to like El Dorado. Okay, guys, I'm telling you, I am not trying to overstate this. I'm trying to hold back. Okay, this is really exciting because what you're getting ready to learn. I know some people are like, "Oh my gosh, application." The fact that you don't know how to build an application right now should be exciting to you, because guess what? Neither does all the other people that you're going to release this to. When you walk into a place and say application, their mind is going to be, what? How is that possible? Yeah. It costs thousands of dollars to build an application. Why? It's not a website. It's an application. It's software, right? It runs on a phone. Nobody knows how to do this. Think about back 10, 15 years ago when everybody didn't even have a website. Remember those days, William? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you remember, right? Website, What's a website? Why do I need to be on the World Wide Web? Right? Who's Google?
Yeah.
Yahoo? None of those guys are going to affect my business. And when you talk about getting a website and the guys that were interested about it, what did they say? How much is this going to cost me? It could have cost them an arm and a leg. And in fact, back then it did because nobody knew how to do it. Okay? So what we're getting ready to do, we're giving you, this is the Wild West. This is the Wild West, what you're getting ready to learn here. So like I said, this mind map that William's getting ready to share with you, it's like me handing you the roadmap to El Dorado and saying, go out there and find the gold at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Absolutely. I mean, it's as simple as building your app. And for those of you who, by the way, say I don't know how to build an app, or I've just got started in app building, what I just showed you earlier, the app that I was building, that's not a joke. Like I've specifically avoided assistance just to see what my learning curve would be on how to build an app. And I can tell you right now that even with just a learning curve, things are significantly easier than I thought they would be. Just because Mark's right, the application, the word application is it's very intimidating, it's very daunting to think about, I'm going to be an app developer.
Yeah, who do I contact for that, right? Like actually,
I'm telling you.
Who do you can't call a guy who designs websites and ask him to build an app. Matter of fact, you're going to talk about that more in a little bit too.
I am actually. I'm going to show you how you can use that to your advantage. So let's just say for a second that you already know how to build your app, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but all right, you've seen that I can build an app, and if I can do it, so easy caveman can do it, right? So if I can do it, then I know you can build an app. But basically what you need to do is be able to, in order to build that app, you've got to have a solid, proven building platform, and that's made such a difference. It's what made the difference between me believing I could make an app and not even knowing where to start to build an app, okay? And then you want to be able to produce multiple versions of the app. So the app needs to be able to be compatible for Android and iPad and iPhone and all those other tablets and platforms, right? So that sounds daunting, but I'm telling you, we got you covered. So once you've got your app, then you want to load up your local list jackpot campaign, okay, which I just showed you on AdMob. And that's once your app is published. You're going to actually go in, customize your campaign, and build up the list. And once the list has been built or has started building, that's when you contact the business owner. That's when you show them, hey, I've got this application you need to check out, and by the way, there's 1,000 users tapped into it that you can send notifications to, and it'll get dang near 100% open. And the reason being is because, again, it's on their mobile phones. And I'm talking specifically not about SMS, but about what's called a push notification. And if you guys know what push notifications are, if you don't know what they are, push notifications are a form of a text, but through the application. So people ask, you ask for their permission to send them a message via the app. So that way they get notified in the app every time you want to send them a message, which could be a daily special, could be anything. Use your imagination when it comes to that, right? Depends on what business you're working with. And again, once you've got, again, a list and an application for a business, and you show them this with the amount of people that you have in the app, they're going to think they hit the jackpot. It's that simple. I mean, if you were to come to me and say, hey, William, I've got a list of 5,000 internet marketers. I want you to have this, and I'm going to run the marketing campaigns for it, I'd be like, who are you again? Like, this is awesome. Where did you come from? Are there more people like you out there? Because this is awesome. I got a lot of buddies that could use something like this. And they're not only going to buy that app and that list from you right away, but that's how easy. That's an assumed sale. That's what we call it's in the bag. Okay, they can't say no to that. They're going to ask you for more applications because you just gave them one. They need the others for the other platforms like Kindle and iPad and iPhone, and you customize everything for them and then show them how to keep building the list. or you just keep building it for them
and charge them a bunch of money
and charge
to do
them
it.
a monthly.
Right.
You got it. And if you guys know Mark's model and my model of doing business, you know that's where the money is right there. I would give apps free, give away apps free all day if I knew that I had several monthly clients coming in, where all I had to do was go over here to this little dinky site right here called AdMob, create a few campaigns, and sit on my fat behind. Are you kidding me? Like, how cool is that? I spend $10 and you get 1,000 downloads and you're tickled pink. You know, think about that for a second. Think about what that means to the business owner. They just got 1,000 people on their list. You show them and help them how to market that. They make money. Bottom line, they make money from your marketing efforts. You're now the marketing expert, and you've ultimately leveraged your time to have many, many clients like this.
So for those
on
of you,
an ongoing basis.
So for those of you that don't have a phone, okay, this is what happens after, as you can see with what William's doing here. He builds the ad. The ad shows up on the demographics phone that you just targeted when you built the ad, okay? They see said ad, click on that ad, and it prompts them to download your mobile phone application that's going to be installed on their site, or on their phone. It's going to go on their phone.
On their device. Yep.
On their device.
Yep.
Now, once that application, which we're going to cover this more in a second, so don't worry. We're just trying to make sure you get the concept first. Okay. Once that application is on their phone, it's basically going to allow you to market to them any way you wish. Push notifications is one of them, and we'll show you how to do those in a second too, which is really cool. But you could do push notifications. You can build an SMS list. You can do emails. You can get emails. You can also do click to call, right, William?
Yes, you can.
There you go.
Actually, let's talk about a case study here really quickly. I want to show you guys the power of apps in case you're wondering, like, what kind of a business would be interested in this? So am I going to be working with just pizza shops all day? I mean, you can. You know, I targeted that just because I actually like the crap out of Manhattan pizza. But, you know, I could eat pizza 7 days a week. So if this deal gets me free pizza, I'm like a made man, okay? But let me go into a case study here that actually AdMob conducted with a client they had called Land Rover, a little client they called Land Rover. Has anybody ever heard of Land Rover? I'm just curious. Put a 1 in the box if you heard of Land Rover. I bet the box blowing up. Land Rover, I mean, is the epitome of luxury SUVs around the world. Like, it's a worldwide brand, renowned.
And what is it known for?
Their luxury status.
Yeah, exactly.
It's luxury, strictly luxury SUV vehicles. We're talking 80, 90,000 up kind of stuff. These things are not cheap by any means. And what I want to show you is they actually created a mobile app. So you can actually see this is their mobile app. They've got a gallery, specifications, request a brochure. You can even share the app with a friend, all from your mobile device, okay? And what I want to show you is what AdMob recorded from them is that they drove 73% of the mobile traffic that Land Rover received with their campaign with only 40% of their budget, which means it's almost the 80-20 rule here in effect, if you notice. That means AdMob is the place to drive mobile traffic from, even to an offer and high quality as Land Rover, a product as high quality as a Land Rover. So from pizza to Land Rovers, you do the math, right? You can pretty much throw anything on a mobile app. Yeah.
The sky's the limit. I actually had somebody ask about doing this with chiropractors, doctors, lawyers. Absolutely. You could do this with any type of business. You just got to be creative in putting your campaign together.
Hey, guys, let me give you a little bit of hint, too. As a marketing strategist, guess who's going to have their own app here shortly, all about that, and daily tips on it. That's going to be my face on that app. I'm telling you right now. You guys think I'm crazy, but that's the new business card. It used to be, like Mark said, it used to be, oh, you got a website, right? You know, and then when Facebook came out, oh, you got a Facebook profile?
Yep.
Facebook me, right? And then it went from Facebook to mobile apps. Now everybody's like, oh, you got a mobile app? I don't say, so when somebody asks me for a business card, I say business card. You know, you need to get with the program, man. Get into this friggin' century, because you're in the wrong century here. I've gone past business cards. I used to have a website. I used to say Google me. I got that from Brad Goss, right? Good buddy of mine. He always said, someone asked him for a business card, he always says, just Google me. And stuff comes up. But now you've got a mobile app where I can be on your phone 24/7. You've got a direct link to William Mears. How cool is that?
Scott says,
cool
I know I've gotten a lot of comments, but Scott's is great. Now we can really say, hey, I've got an app for that. That's great. Yeah, you know what? Hey, wait, what? Do you have a business card?
Oh, that's awesome.
I've got an app for that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you a
great.
way,
I love
hey guys, we're going to show you a way to where you can get your customers to your application instantly with a snap of a finger. You hear that snap? That's how fast it's going to happen. This is exciting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at what they were able to do with their campaign. 45,000 video views from a mobile phone. Somebody watched a video, 45,000 people, 45,000 someones watched a Land Rover or Range Rover video of some sort on their mobile phone.
Wow.
7,400 people downloaded a wallpaper. So, you know, those are people that like Land Rover and want to expand the brand. That's good branding there. 128,000 gallery views. Look at this. Tell me this isn't money. 5,000 dealer lookups.
Yeah, what are those people looking for?
Why would you look up exactly. Why
Right.
Why in the world would you be looking for a dealership on a Land Rover app? Gee, I don't know. Maybe so you could go and find a Land Rover dealership near you and buy one. 800 brochure requests. Wow. 1,100 click-to-calls. All right, and here's what blows my mind, okay? How many of you, put a 1 in the box if you've been shopping for a car recently, a new car, right? How many of you have ever been shopping for a new car?
Everybody, right?
Pretty much.
Everybody.
Okay. Everybody's been through the dealership hassle. Let me ask you something. Have you ever thought, gee, let me call up a dealership?
No.
Has anybody in this room ever thought that? I'm just curious, because apparently mobile apps are sick because it's 1,100 click
They're
calls
converting
for a
people.
Land Rover.
Right.
They're converting. I mean, that's insane. That just boggles my mind. 1,100 click to calls on a freaking Land Rover that's like $80,000-$90,000. I mean, wow, guys. You know, it makes you look at your business and go, man, if I don't have a mobile app, I'm in the wrong business.
Yep.
Like, I'm just not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Unless you have mobile apps, you're not doing it right. So this case study is
And this
very
case
powerful
study
to
is
see.
very credible. It comes from AdMob, which is Google. Okay, this isn't something that we just dreamt up. I mean, this is something. Matter of fact, can you share that link to the case study for people? For those of you that,
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a PDF. We want you to have it. If you already are out there marketing apps, this is something you're going to need. All right, so take this, and as a matter of fact, you're going to want this in a little bit anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now that we talked about the case study a little bit, let's look at, I guess, what Mark, you want to talk about the software and the app building itself, or?
Yeah, you know what? Let's just pause for a second first, and I want to make sure that we got everybody on the same page. So far, is everyone here excited at the possibilities of what this can do for their offline business? I mean, think about it, all right? If you had the opportunity to walk in, and I said this early on at the beginning of the webinar, but if you had the ability to walk in confidently, and I'm talking, you know, chest out, you know, head high, knowing that you're doing something for the business that nobody else could do you think that would mean more money in your bank account? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay. A lot of people were asking questions about the app builder. William, if you would please, okay, everybody knows, again, there's this method is going to rock for you as far as like getting out there and finding customers. But some of you don't have a web app, and I'm sorry, not a web app, but an application builder, okay? We actually put one out here a couple of days ago. It's called Offline Appreneur, and some of you have it, some of you don't. So we're going to put a link out in just a little bit on how you can actually get it. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the push notifications and how to build an application in here. William, would you mind showing some of the edits that you can do since here on this particular page?
Absolutely. This is my favorite part. I love tinkering around with stuff like this, and Mark knows that, so that's why he's like, hey, show him the cool stuff that you love to do. Basically, I'm able to add images. If I want to go in and edit each individual page, which I'm nowhere near done with this app, but this isn't bad for about 10 minutes of I'll give it 15 minutes of work here. When I go in and edit this first page here, I'm actually able to look how easy this is like
it's like
WYSIWYG, almost like WordPress. Yeah, it's definitely WYSIWYG, and here's the cool part: it's HTML based too. So if you do know a little bit of coding,
you can go in there.
And by the way, there's some really great free HTML coding sites that teach you how to do basic HTML. Here you can change all the stuff. It's just that simple. You can change the text. Look at all the different links you can do. You can do an internal link to another page. You can do an external link to like a website. You can do a Google Maps link. If you look here, down here, it says Get Directions Here. This is actually a link. I've made this into a link direct to a Google Maps that shows where this location is for Manhattan Pizza. So someone can get directions right from the main page. If you look here, there's an in-app purchase link, which means I can have clients app. Go ahead.
So I know you're going to give some info on this, but for some people were saying, hey, why would somebody want a mobile application versus just a mobile website? Here is the exact reason why. Did you hear what he just said? In-app purchases. All right, so you've got a pizza shop here, right? This guy wants to do online ordering. Now, how much would it cost for him to build a website that is going to take online orders that will deliver them to him and make sure that he can fulfill those orders? Thousands? Okay. Anyone care to?
I'd say thousands.
Yeah, thousands. All right.
Yeah.
So we're giving the user or the customer the ability to do that where does most people order food from anyways, right? Their phone. We're giving them the ability to do that right here, right now on the application. Okay?
Yep.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it is because, again, and a lot of people say, oh, I like mobile websites better than mobile apps. And you know what? I used to be one of those guys, but here's where you got to really pay attention, guys. We talk a lot about a lot of stuff, and we do a lot of stuff. But what you really want to focus on is if you want to see where to win, Tony Robbins says this best: success leaves clues. Follow what people are doing, not what they're saying, okay? Listen to what they're saying, but follow what they're doing. And if you notice, I'm showing you an app that I'm actually building for an actual client with an actual campaign that's good. You see what I'm getting at? What am I doing here? What am I doing? And I'm doing this for a reason, okay? This is for me and my business, all right? So apps versus mobile websites, why would you want an app? Well, I just showed you how to get, thousands of people inside of an app where you can message them instantly, for free, by the way. Whereas a mobile website, what would you have to do? Post it on the search engine, right?
Right.
Well, let me ask you this, does your mobile website just automatically go to the top of page 1 on the search engines in the mobile ranks? No, you have to do what's called, anybody? SEO.
Exactly.
And not only that, but it's mobile SEO. So guess what's going to happen? It's going to get harder and harder and harder to do that, whereas I'm showing you something, actually Mark and I are showing you something that's easy out of the gate. And it's going to be where everybody ends up anyway. That's what everybody's missing. It's like, oh, mobile website. No, everybody's going to end up at the mobile apps. I guarantee it. There's no way around it. Everybody's going to end up with a friggin' app because that's what people are using. All right,
so let me ask everybody a quick question right now. Okay, is everyone excited here about what you're saying, what you're seeing? Does everybody, I mean, forget about just the app builder here for a second. I'm talking about the fact that you can build this list, the fact that you can get out there and find customers for your customers. Is everybody excited about that? Do you see the possibilities? Do you see that you could do this for your customers? Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you one more question. Do you feel like this webinar delivered in what we said that we were going to deliver for you so far? Do you feel like you got a lot of good content here? You don't feel like you were duped into coming to this webinar? Okay, good. All right, I see a lot of excitement here, and that's what I want to make sure of.
Nice.
Let me ask you one more question, because I see that the chat is just flying here with comments, and I'm excited about this, okay? Is it okay at this point if I show you a way to where you could build these apps for $27 right now? Would you guys be okay with that? If I show you, yes? Okay, I want to make sure, because I didn't want to put this out there unless everybody said it was okay, and everybody's saying this is great. All right, William, first and foremost, guys, I want you to know, like I said, this is not one of those webinars that you go to where you're going to spend $300, $400, $500. As a matter of fact, if you were to go out, I know some of you have app builders, all right? There's a lot of them out there. You've got Go Mobile, you've got Pillar Apps, you've got Seattle Clouds, which is a white labeled solution, which we actually use Seattle Clouds. If you were to go and get this app builder that we're giving you access to today, you would spend anywhere from $47 up to $600 a month to have access to the same exact features and everything that we're getting ready to show you how you can get for practically nothing, okay? A one-time fee. Okay.
It's a one-time.
One-time
one-off.
Okay. Matter of fact, take that. Don't anybody go click on that link just yet, because William wouldn't let me do this, I know. So don't click on that link yet to get this. I'm going to cover all of this in just a second. I'm going to drop William's link here inside the chat. And this is actually, but the reason why you want to get this, if you're getting it from anybody's link, I want you to get it from William's link. William, change that to /William. The reason why I want you to get it from William's link is because he's thrown a lot of value here for you guys today, and he's giving you access to a lot of bonuses. And we're going to have him cover the bonuses here with you and all of the things that you're going to get here for this ridiculously low price. And we're going to cover the OTOs too. I know some people are asking, are there OTOs? Yes, there is an OTO, but it's something that you're going to your jaw is going to hit the floor when you see what it is. So go ahead, William.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. That means a lot. So let's do this. Let's go to markhelton.com/William.
Well, I wanted you to talk about your bonuses that they're going to
The bonuses first?
Yeah.
Right on. Let's do that then. The bonuses that I have set up, actually, it started out with me just offering and I know I say just offering. I normally coach clients on LinkedIn for, at least a few $1,000s, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. But they get results immediately on, building several hundred leads inside of a group. And I actually designed some training that's updated for LinkedIn. So those of you that know me for LinkedIn training, we're going to be able to follow this and actually build a group. Or what I call a funnel of people that are going to be interested in mobile apps from you. And that was the first bonus. It's actually listed right here. It was a two-part training series, on LinkedIn, and how to use that effectively to sell mobile apps. Obviously, with me doing mobile apps, you're going to see a lot of that on that training. But then I started looking around and I was going, I'm going to be selling these apps anyway. Why not document and do a case study? Because I love case studies. I don't know about you, but when I see some case study of some average Joe or whatever that can pull off a freaking miracle or whatever, or what seems to be a miracle, because me coding an app, believe me, guys and gals, that's a miracle. All right. But to see that happen and see somebody make some money with that, documented start to finish on a case study, is not only encouraging and inspiring, which I do aim to inspire others, but it's enabling. It's empowering. Like, hey, he did it. That caveman over there did it, right? I can do it. And that's what I want you to see with that case study. So I actually took it a step further and raised the bar and added in my local list jackpot case study. So Manhattan Pizza, I'm going to be giving you sneak peek access, and this is actually, Mark and I talked about this, this could very well be an entire training series that I'm going to develop here, but you're going to get sneak peek access to that, okay? And behind the scenes, so you're going to get to see everything. It'll be full transparency on everything I do to land this client.
We're gonna get more into the apps to your bonuses in a second. We're getting flooded with questions, William, and I want to cover
Okay.
what they're actually going to get here. And for those of you that's purchased this already, don't feel like we've left you out. You're going to get the same bonuses directly. The reason why I dropped William's link in there is because he's doing a lot of good stuff for me, coming here and doing this for you guys. He's not going to, and I know he wouldn't allowed me to do this if I would have told him ahead of time. William, I'm going to use your link.
I would have told him no.
He always says that. No, I'll do it for nothing. Excuse me. But I want to take care of the guy who's always taking care of me, who's also taking care of you guys right now. So I know everybody, you have a chance to say thank you to William in just a second. You could say thanks to him by getting this too. But let's first off talk a little bit about what's included. I know some people are like, wait a second, here on the page it says no monthly fees. How is that even possible? Okay. Go over to the WSO page for me real quick, or not the WSO page, but the product page. There we go. Okay, so first and foremost, actually, you know what? It may be a better idea, William, if I pass the screen over to me. So
sounds good.
Pass the screen to me, and I will walk everybody through this because I'm really super excited about it. And when you guys see all the stuff that's included and everything here, okay, you guys should see my screen now. Can everybody see my screen? Okay, here we go.
There it is. Okay,
stay with me here, guys, because there is so much included in this that you're going to get. Your mind is going to melt here in just a second, okay? You're going to be so excited that you came here today on a Saturday while everybody else is out doing, playing golf and maybe watching TV. You're actually sitting here getting ready to do something that is going to help your business dramatically next week, okay? So first and foremost, you're going to get everything that you need to start your business with offline apps, okay, with mobile apps. Everything is included, okay? Obviously, you get the ability to build 5 apps, and that's included with this, okay? And I've got some people asking what happens after those 5 apps. I'm going to cover that for you here in just a second. But first and foremost, we're going to give you all the training that you need. And we've put together the Mobile Apps Mastery Series, we call it, which literally is 10 separate videos of everything that you need to know in order to get out there and start selling mobile apps. You've got the overall training on how to build the apps. You've got the training on what businesses to target. Everybody's probably wondering that. Who do I target? Who's the best people? Practically everyone, but you are going to get our list of who we really like to target the most, okay? Next, you're going to get access to the Prospector Pirates, 1,000 leads, 48 hours or less. This is awesome. Cool little video that we put together to show you how to generate a bunch of leads of people that could be good targets for you. How to close a deal a day in your pajamas. I mean, basically what we're saying here is you don't have to work out in the fields to sell this. You can sell it from anywhere in the world. If you're like me and you like to travel, it doesn't matter where you're at. You could sell it anywhere. And that's not all. In addition to that, okay, does everybody remember we were talking about building this this mobile app for yourself to become your little calling card or your own business card? Well, how do you deliver that to your customers, or how do your customers deliver apps to their customers on demand? Well, our good friend Nick Lapola, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy. You probably have used his stuff and didn't even know it. Nick Lapola created a killer bonus just for you, just for us. And this is a WordPress plugin that allows you to deliver up these applications directly to whoever visits that website, and it actually detects what operating system that they're on, what browser they're on, and it will deliver the proper app. Okay, so let's say you visit some website, your customer's website from your iPhone. Okay, all of a sudden this application or this WordPress plugin that Nick plugged or created here will say, oh, you're on an iPhone. Here is the link to that application. Go ahead and download it. Same thing for Android, Amazon Kindle, and iPad. So it doesn't matter who comes to your customer site. As long as you built the application for them, it'll detect it and it'll deliver that application. Okay. Now, how do you install that? It's simple. It's so simple. 3 steps. First, you have you create the message, okay, which you can put any message you want. Second step is put a link to your application, okay. And last, click save, okay. It's easy, right? It's so easy. Anybody here can do this. All right. Now, as you can see, the price of this product is only $27 today, and you can grab that there. Okay. Now, in addition to this bonus that Nick's given us, we've got a couple other bonuses. I don't want you to get off of this webinar and say, "Oh no, what do I do? I don't have a website. I don't have any marketing materials. What do I do?" Okay. We are giving you our instant street cred sites. Now, look at these sites. These are the 2 samples here. As you can see, they're very professional. They're written in, they're not WordPress sites. They're, HTML sites. You just load them up. They're good to go. Very simple, okay? We give you everything that you need to literally get out there and get started. You don't have to worry. We've also included the new client contract or kit, which includes our contracts and email swipes. So if you don't know how or what to say to your customers once they've actually signed up, you've got everything there, okay? Not much to say about contracts. Now, take a look at some of these apps that have been created, okay? You get your first 5 apps free. That's included in the $27, but you're going to get access to all of these types of templates, which there's, what, 45 templates? Yeah, 45.
Yeah, there's 45.
45 different templates that you'll be able to build your applications from. There's tons of different features, another 45 different features, so you can mix and match and however you want. And create your apps is however you want, okay? Now, I see a lot of questions flooding in, and I'm going to answer all of those questions here for you, but let's take a look at some of these features, okay? Think about this for a second. I know some of your mind's racing already, and you're excited about this, and you're not exactly sure, how to get started on this, but look at these features. You've got GPS location, you got PayPal integration, you've got the online ordering. Like I told you before, that online ordering can be used for pizza restaurants. I mean, you name it. Push notifications, SMS notifications, feedback builders, so you can create forms. It integrates with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Yelp. You can build games here. I mean, you've got all the analytics you want, right? Somebody had asked me earlier, well, how do I know how many times my app's been downloaded and all that good stuff? It's all built in. It's all built in. Yeah. Okay. You can build you can put sports scores in there, and this one actually is one of my favorite features. Okay. This right here will get you a client tomorrow. Is everybody ready for this? Who wants to know how to go out and find a client with this tomorrow? Well, let's say Monday, because Sunday is, kind of not always the best day for selling for me. I like to relax. But let's say Monday. Okay, so digital loyalty punch cards. If you were to go out and purchase all of these punch cards, okay, as a business, you're going to spend hundreds of dollars to pass them out to your customers. And the problem is they don't always use them, right? Because they lose them. Yeah. And the problem with that is when people lose them, I know as a business, some people think, oh, well, that's great. That means I don't have to reward them for their loyalty, right? No. That means that the usability is down. And if the usability is down, that means they're not getting rewarded. And if they're not getting rewarded, then they're not incentivized to come back. Well, you could do check-ins on your device to where, let's say they check in twice, they check in 3 times or whatever, you want to give them a free dessert. They check in on their 6th time, you give them a free appetizer. You check in on the 10th time, you get a free entree. Whatever. You as the business get to decide how you want to do that.
Reward their loyalty.
Exactly. Reward their loyalty. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally will visit the same places over and over and over again. And this gives me a really, really good reason for me to opt in or purchase or download that application, because every single time I go to the restaurant, I'm going to check in. Perfect example, there's a place down the street here for me, you probably heard of them, called Chipotle. William knows I go there at
Oh,
least
yes.
twice a week,
Oh, yes.
right? I go in there, grab me a salad, a chicken salad, whether it's lunchtime. I mean, sometimes I'm there 3-4 times a week, okay? Who's that other business, William, that we used to go to get the chicken
Cafe
salad?
Rio.
Cafe Rio, another perfect example. And
Yeah.
they use the digital punch cards. I mean, not the digital punch cards, but the standard
The
punch cards.
old-fashioned. Yeah.
Luckily, William keeps the stuff in his wallet, and he actually, every time we came, would punch out. But think about it. If you walk in and say, hey, I'm going to save you all of the hassle of trying to print those things out, you can actually just download this application or have your customers download this application, and voila, they can check in every single time that you're here, and there's no way they can cheat you, you know? So you can actually put a pin on there that your store knows that they can actually punch in when they check in, so that way every single time you know that somebody at that business verified it, okay? The waitress, whatever. That's awesome. That is so awesome, because loyalty like that, you can't buy. You're getting people to come back over and over and over, and this system does that, okay? All right, so we've got a few people asking what the OTO is, okay? Here is where mobile or offline mobile appreneur blows everyone out of the water, okay? There's a lot of companies out there that have access to similar app builders that we have, okay? But here is where we blow everyone away, okay? We have no monthly fees, and after you purchase the application, you get an offer here for something that is ridiculously is ridiculous and unheard of right now, okay? We're going to give you the ability to pay one time. That's it, one time, okay? When I say one time, I mean there's no more fees, and you have unlimited apps. That means no developer account fees. That means no fees to process an application for a web application. I'm sorry, for an application. No hosting fees. Nothing. Okay. And some people are like, how is that even possible, right? I know there's another popular app builder that's out there, and I just saw a promotion for them today. They are using the exact same white label system that we use, and they are charging $40 a month. Okay?
Yep.
And we are planning on charging the exact same thing after this launch. But if you get this from us, you are going to have the ability to pick it up.
You get locked in. Yeah.
You get it locked in, unlimited, no more fees. I don't know about you guys. William, I don't know about you, but I'm always trying to keep my monthly fees down to a minimum.
Let me just say this. I can speak from direct personal experience. This whole case study that I've done, I actually show in the videos where I bought the front end offer here, and I sprung for the $197.
Yeah.
Specifically for that reason, because I know that that's the best value from, that's the best bang for my buck here because of the unlimited apps.
Exactly.
No one can match that. That's it. For those of you who wonder why this is going away on Tuesday, which it is, that's why.
Yeah, we didn't even cover that yet.
Go to a monthly because, yeah, I'm sorry to steal your thunder, but I mean, there's some urgency there. Like, you got to get in on this sucker before Tuesday, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the one time, which no one else is offering. Everyone else is offering only monthlies.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you get, a lot of people ask, what's the difference? Well, aside from cost, which that's a big one, okay, for ongoing versus one time. But let's just say that didn't exist. Why would you get this versus someone else? Well, first off, you're here. I'd like to think you're here because you trust Mark and you trust William. You trust me. You trust our opinions and what it is that we do in business, and you see what we're doing, okay? Not just talking about, but actually doing in our business. And you're seeing us use this so that we build an entire network of people that use it with us, as opposed to and provide ongoing case studies and things like that, where you don't have that with the other platforms, whether they're the same or not. Plus an ongoing fee. I mean, this is just too good to be true. This is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity.
Absolutely.
So I even sprung on it.
Absolutely, and that's something too that's important. William's a good friend of mine. He purchased this. Okay, he purchased this on his own.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't
even ask for a review copy.
No. So I mean, look at this, guys. Okay, I want to make sure that everybody understands this. All right, with $197, okay, you own this app builder, basically. I mean, it's not on your own server, but you don't have to pay any more monthly fees. You don't have to go out there and worry about how much of your profit is getting eaten up with additional costs. No, you don't have to have a developer's account. We take care of all of that, and I'm going to cover here in just a second how easy it is to publish these apps to Android, to Apple, and to Amazon. It's really drop dead simple, okay? So let me cover this for you one more time for those of you that missed it, okay? And if you're doing something else right now, come back here for me 1 second, watch my screen, because I'm going to cover this one more time what you get, because this is amazing, okay? First and foremost, you get everything that you need to run your business, okay? Everything that you need to run your business. You get the Mobile Apps Mastery Series, which trains you on what businesses to target, how to build the apps, how to get leads, how you can close deals from home, everything, okay? And that's not all. We also have built a plugin. Now, this plugin is alone worth the cost of this product, $27. I mean, this plugin alone, for those of you that don't know Nick Lapola, he created Simple Video Pro, which is a killer video player that pretty much every person who has WordPress is using. There's like, you know, every time I go to a website, I see it being deployed. I know it. I know its skins. I know that that's the plugin. This plugin here is very well coded, and he stands behind all this stuff. He continuously updates it. But this thing works flawlessly. What does it do? It instantly detects the user's operating system and their browser, and will deliver your web application or your client's web application to the viewer. Okay, that's huge. That is something that nobody else has, and you're going to get that included. It's a very simple setup process. All you got to do is upload the plugin, install the plugin, and then fill out some simple fill out the simple form. You choose the text that you want, the message that you want your users to see. You choose the link that you want them to see or to be taken to, and just click Save. Now, as you can see, you have the ability to put in whatever links you want. So you don't just have to use this plugin for delivering web apps. You could send them, let's say that you had an offer that you wanted to send people that came in and on an Apple. You can actually do that. You could just go ahead and put in the link to, I don't know, say a YouTube video or whatever you want. You could do this. You could use this plugin however you'd like, okay? Now, in addition to that, you're also getting two more amazing bonuses. Number one, you're getting these two websites that we've created that are done for you. You can choose whichever one you want to do. They're done for you websites. That way you can go out and showcase your business. Say, hey, check me out. I'm an app building pro, okay? I'm going to take your business to the next level with apps. You don't have to worry about going out and coding your own site. It's all done for you, okay? Next, you're going to get the client kit. And that's the new client kit, right? You don't have to worry about contracts or email swipes or any of those things. We take care of it all, okay? Now, no matter what price point you come in at, everybody should be getting this offer here, okay? It's only $27, and you're going to have the ability, regardless, to build at least your first 5 clients. If you never do anything else, get this. For $27, you have everything that you need to run your business. There's no reason why everybody here today shouldn't be picking this up, because you have everything you need to start your business. You got your apps builder, you've got the plugin, you've got the websites, you got it all, okay? Now, going back over to the one-time offer, okay? There we go. Going back over to the one-time offer, and I had a couple people say that they didn't get the video to load. If you're on Windows Internet Explorer, if you're on Internet Explorer, for some reason the video is not loading. So if you load it on like Chrome or Mozilla, this will load just fine. I don't know if you know this or not, but Internet Explorer is the #1 browser. Did you guys know that? For downloading a better browser. So go ahead and take up, do that after you get off this webinar. Go use Internet Explorer for what it was designed to do, and get yourself Chrome. It's free, and it's a lot better. Anyways, back to what I was saying. You've got 2 options here on this one-time offer. You've got best and good. Best and good. Obviously, the best offer is the $197 because you're going to get unlimited apps with no more monthly fees. If you already have another app builder that's charging you monthly, cancel it. There's no point in you having access or paying monthly for an app builder right now, okay? Because I'm giving you the ability to pick it up unlimited for life, right? You just pay me one time, okay? You cannot beat that. Now, a lot of people are asking me, what's the difference between this and Seattle Clouds? If you know who Seattle Clouds is, that is a white label system. This is the exact system, okay, that you would get if you paid $97 a month with Seattle Clouds. So,
hey, I love this question, Mark. Someone's asking actually about this. Is that what's, because it's a one-time fee, what's our incentive for keeping this going and developing it?
What is our incentive? Exactly. Perfect question. Why are we doing this? Because we're bringing you in to the best, to the people who provide the best level of customer support, me, right? To the people who provide the best, training out there, me, right? We're giving you access to get in early. This is a launch. This is a special offer. All right? You're getting access to all of this stuff from me at a great discount. Now, I'm not going to stop marketing after this. After this is over, you guys can pick it up monthly just like everybody else. You can start paying those monthly fees just like everybody else does. That's up to you. Personally, myself, I would choose to pay the $197 and not have to pay after Tuesday, okay? This is when this offer comes down. At Tuesday, at the stroke of midnight, at the end of Tuesday. So I guess what is that, Wednesday? So the end of 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday, this offer that you see comes down, and it's not coming back because we will be charging the higher prices that everybody else is charging for this app. So why are we doing it? Because I love you guys. That's why, because I want you to have access to something at a smoking deal and be ecstatic that you took me up on an opportunity to do something good for your business.
Yep. Yep. That's an excellent answer. Excellent question. I mean, I understand the concern. If I were you, I'd be just as concerned about things like that, and I think that was very well answered, Mark.
There's a lot of questions coming through, so some people, if you've asked a question and we haven't answered it, we're not ignoring you. Ask it again. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do whatever it takes to answer every single question that we can today here on this webinar. And like I said, don't hesitate on this because this offer will not be up very long. Okay. Okay, this is from Emerson. I would be sold if you could tell me what my clients could expect as far as new business as a result of their customers downloading this app. Great question, Emerson. Everything that you do in business relies on what you as a marketer does with yourself. How much business would you have if you have a telephone? Exactly. There's no way to know unless you use the telephone. So if you have a mobile application and you're using it the proper ways and your customers are coming up with good offers and they're engaging with their own customers, you do the math. Think about it. Text message marketing, okay? Text message marketing is one of the best ways to get a message in front of somebody. But if your customers aren't coming up with offers that are engaging, or you as a marketer aren't coming up with offers that are engaging, it doesn't matter how many messages you send if a message sucks, right? So that's a great question. As a marketer, you need to think about it. What am I going to do for my customers to make sure that that they take it to the next level, okay? That whatever offer I help them come up with is going to make them money. If they say they just don't see the value in this, then they don't have a pulse. You understand?
They're on the way out.
As a business, I'm telling you, look, somebody asked me earlier, how much money can you charge for this? Okay, there's a few different price points that come to mind for me, depending on what you're doing for the business. $500 a month for marketing, okay? $500 a month. And how is that not worth it if you're driving thousands of clicks to that application? Okay, and if you guys were paying attention to the presentation throughout the whole webinar, William just showed you a way to drive 1-cent clicks and downloads to an app. So that's possible through AdMob, okay? $500 a month to get somebody 1,000 downloads on an app, maybe it's not that much. Maybe it's 500. Even if it's 200. That's reaching more people than that business would ever have reached without you, okay? Nothing is ever going to be your
They're all
saving
local.
grace. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. They're all targeted. They're all targeted to the specific business. Nothing is going to be your saving grace, no matter what it is that you do. I personally like to consider myself a full-service consultant. Okay, I like to offer many different services. So I'm going to offer, sometimes I'm going to offer them the ability to just get the application for $1,000, okay? But if you're talking to these guys that are like doctors and lawyers and plastic surgeons and, you know, those types of businesses, they're going to pay you $5,000 for an app like this. And I can say that confidently. Why? Why? Because they don't know where else to get it. They don't know about us. Okay? William, what is one of the things that we were talking about earlier? And somebody asked, why would somebody want an application? Well, the very first thing that I heard, it was you or maybe somebody else I talked to, they said, ego. Ego.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody else said that. Yeah, but that's that is the truth. I mean, if anything, it's strictly ego. It's a business card. It's look what I have that you don't. This is what separates the men from the boys kind of thing when it comes to business owners. And you know, providing that value, the perceived value with having or owning an app means you've invested or put thousands of dollars just into that app, let alone the list that you've helped them build with it. You know, nobody else really understands that or knows about it, but you do, and that's what makes you the marketing expert.
Couple of bonuses here that you're going to be getting if you get this today, and you get it through William's link. Okay, which William, put your link back up there. Matter of fact, let's drop that link back in there for people who missed it.
All right.
Let me just go ahead and paste that in there. There we go. I just added William's link in there one more time. A few people were asking about that. William, really quick, I'm going to put the screen back over to you so you can show them again what their bonuses are. Some people are still on the fence here. I want to get you off the fence because this is an opportunity for you of a lifetime, okay? Make you presenter. I don't know how to do that. Where is it at? There you go.
That's okay. It's
gotcha.
At the top right.
All right. So now you should be able to see William's screen here in just a second, and I'm going to let him show you the bonuses. From getting this today with William's, as if you even needed bonuses, right? You're going to get access to William's ongoing mobile or AdMob local list jackpot case study. This is the pizza campaign that he's running, so you're going to get to see how that whole thing shakes out and follow it along the way. In addition to that, you get access to William's training on how to sell this via LinkedIn. Now, I'm not going to let William tell you how great he is on LinkedIn because he personally undersells himself, okay? Do you know that William personally charges $5,000 to businesses to train them on LinkedIn and gets it? And I'm not joking about this. He has clients that pay him $5,000 to coach them on setting themselves up on LinkedIn. So do you think he knows a little something about LinkedIn? Okay, William is a LinkedIn genius. Okay, and now he just showed you guys how to become AdMob geniuses. Okay, so you have the ability to tap in to William's brain. Okay, which again, that's worth the $27 right there to go out and find out how to get customers on LinkedIn. So if you aren't buying this right now, if you're not clicking on the buy button right now, you must have missed it. Okay, because this guy knows everything there is to know about LinkedIn, and he knows how to get customers with LinkedIn. So you're going to learn those two things from William, plus I've got one more special bonus from me to you guys. Here we go. If you pick this up and you're listening to this webinar, or even if you're here, it doesn't matter if you get it today or if you get it before Tuesday. I really want you to get it before Tuesday, so don't hesitate. But I'm going to go ahead and give you SMS Hotbox for free. Now, in case you don't know what SMS Hotbox is, SMS Hotbox was one of my best-selling products ever on text message marketing, which is completely relevant to what we're doing here. What is SMS Hotbox include? It includes all of the training. Just like this offer, you've got the ability to, you've got the software to go out and do the text message marketing. You've got done for you websites and graphics and the whole method, okay? So you're going to get SMS Hotbox, you're going to get the training, you're going to get everything that you need. You got William's bonuses for picking up this offer today, okay? I've literally just, I don't even know. I think I've practically given away the farm, the cows, the chickens, and the goats. right? Everything.
Yeah,
Okay?
I
There's
guess
no
so.
reason for you
Everything.
to not
Yeah.
grab this today, guys.
By the way, there was one thing I didn't get to mention in the bonus that I said that I would include. And besides just selling a mobile app, how would you guys and gals, if I'm forgetting you, sorry, ladies, how many of you would be interested in learning how to score like 50 apps in in as little as an hour? 50 deals for apps.
Oh boy, here we go. We forgot all about this. This is nuts,
I know.
guys.
I wanted to make sure this is out there. Yeah. So, okay. So here's how this all started. I'm sitting here building a mobile app, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the case study around it. And Mark and I were talking, and we were, my mind's always thinking about how to spend the same effort for getting one client and getting 50 instead of just getting one. So spending the same amount of effort, but leveraging my effort. And joint ventures has always been able to, or enabled me to do that with my business. And I was talking to a web developer, and it's someone that I've done business with before, and he's got a lot of clients. And I said, hey, listen, how would you like me to build them an app? Actually, I said, let me build them an app for free, an Android app for free. And then I'll help them build a list, and we'll cash in. We'll split the revenues on the recurring that comes from that, as well as the upsells to the other platform apps like the Kindle app and the iPhone and the iPad and all that jazz. And he instantly, before I could even finish pitching, okay, he said yes. And he said, I know right now 3 people we need to talk to right now today. I'm sending them a message.
Yeah. What reason does he have to say no at that point? You just took his business to another level. Guys, think about this. How many web devs are there out there? Okay? Web devs.
Oh.
Web devs. They do websites. They don't do applications.
A dozen.
They're all over the place. This is an easy, and William, this is something that I love about you. You always come up with the simple things like that. Something that people you should be thinking about instantly. Why are you pounding the doors, beating people up, trying to ask them to give you business, to give you their business, when you can actually go right around the corner to a web developer, okay, somebody who builds websites, and ask them, hey, why don't I help you reach back out to your clients and make some more money? We'll split it. Why not? And they can sell it for you. What do they got to lose?
They can sell it for you. Well, think about this. Actually, you've got everything to gain, and so do they, because they've already sold the client. Think about this. They're web devs.
Yep.
They sold their client a website for thousands of dollars. They cannot afford, a lot of times, that people think they can't afford an app. So when they're web dev that they trust, like I asked Mark this the other day, I said, Mark, how much access do you give your web developer? Like, he could seriously cripple your business because he's got access to your cPanel, your emails.
Yep.
It's like, really? You trust that guy with a lot because that's your livelihood. I know it is. It's mine too. And so whenever you talk to a web developer, you trust this person with your business and with thousands of dollars. So who better a credibility reference than a web dev to go to his recent clients and say, hey, I've got this kick-ass app made specifically for you for free.
Yep.
And we're going to build a local list of clients for you in your city.
That's
awesome. You can do that across
they're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. These people, like you said, are a dime a dozen. There are so many people out there. You might even be connected to them on Skype. A lot of you are probably connected to them on
Warrior Forum.
The Warrior Forum, everywhere.
Oh, man. Go look at the classified ads. Go look at the Warrior for Hire section. Dime a dozen. Graphics guys, web developer guys, all of them have client bases that you can tap into today.
Yep.
Like
and guess
tomorrow,
what?
Today.
And guess what? Some of these guys may be high-end web devs, and maybe they charge $2,500 or $5,000. Now, if you're wondering, well, what about this app builder? I mean, is it really worth it, right? This app builder has been called the Porsche of all app builders, okay? This is one of those app builders that when you get it, it does it all. Okay, it does the push notifications. It does the, in-app purchases. It's got PayPal integration. It does it all. Okay, so you can be confident that when you go to those higher-end clients like lawyers and doctors and, plastic surgeons and Land Rover kind of type businesses, that you have what it takes to be able to perform the services for them. Okay, so here we are. Somebody had asked me, how hard is this to publish an application? Okay. Let me show you. After you're done building the application, are you guys ready? You ready to see how easy this is? After you're done building your application, you click this button right here that says Publish. Now, here's what happens, okay, because you're using our developer accounts, okay? You're using my partner Apps Moments developer accounts. And what they do is they take a quick peek at the application to make sure that there's no adult content or anything in there that Google or Apple may frown upon, or Amazon for that matter. And once they approve it, that, you know, once they've given it through that little process, then boom, it gets sent over to the company you're trying to, or to the platform that you're trying to publish it to, whether that be Apple or Google's Android or whatever. Okay, it's that simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to use this. You just saw how simple it is. And, you know, I'm honestly, when it comes to technology, I'm far from being techie, okay? I know how to do a little bit of things. Matter of fact, I just learned 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago now, how to even do work with WordPress. This was way less learning curve than WordPress. It's literally just click edit, type in the changes you want to do, drag and drop in features that you want to do, and literally click the publish button. Then what happens from there? Well, from there, you're done. Everybody else does the work for you. And then when it's published, you get a link to that on your, what do you call it? Brain fart. Help me here, William. To the platform. Thank you.
To the app stores.
Put that link inside your WordPress plugin that we just gave you, and deliver it up to people who go to the website and create an AdMob campaign. I mean, do all the things that we just showed you today, and boom, you're in business. 3 steps.
I mean,
how easy could it be?
Think about it, guys. Yeah, in less than a week. The reason this thing is so awesome is because it is the Porsche of, like, you know, of app platforms and app building platforms. It took me, in terms of apps, okay, let's face it, we're all good at things that others aren't good at, etc. Apps is not my strong suit. It's the last thing in the world I would ever consider, and it took someone like me who looks like a caveman and turned me into Goodwill Hunting.
He looks more like a caveman now because he's growing out the goatee, right? And he doesn't shower much.
Goatee back. Oh, shush.
I'm joking.
Yeah, so, I did grow the goatee back for you guys.
Look at this. Some people were asking about the push notification stuff. It's all built in here. Once you've look at this, all you do is click it. You see that? Type in your message, blah blah blah, and then hit send to next batch. Done. Are you kidding me? How can you not love sending out a push notification when it's that simple? You want to send to customers? You got 10,000 people, 1,000 people, whatever on the list. You push the push notification. Let me just log in real quick, type in my message, and hit send.
That's
okay?
it.
Can you handle that? Okay. I thought a lot of people are like, wow, I didn't even know you could do that. Yes. However many people have this application on their phone will get that message. And just like we talked about earlier, people have their phone. I've got my phone.
Rate.
I got my phone sitting here right next to me, and I'm doing a webinar. What am I, crazy?
Yeah.
I always have my phone next.
It wouldn't take but just a few hundred people on a list before, you know, for a business and their app to pack their doors out every time they send a push notification.
Right.
Every time.
So really quick, I want to cover this one more time, okay? You get everything that you need to purchase or to be able to go out and sell mobile apps, okay? You have the app builder. There's no need to purchase any additional software. It comes with it. You'll be able to build 5 apps included. All right, I'm going to tell you here in a second, actually, why you want to go ahead and upgrade, but you can start with the 5 if you really wanted to, and no matter where you're at right now, you can afford it to get in, okay, because we include everything. Yep. You get the training, which I call the Mobile Apps Mastery Series, to be able to get out there and know which businesses to target, how to build the apps, talk about generating leads, the whole deal, everything you need to know to be able to close deals, and you can sell them from home. You don't have to actually get out there and sell them. You have the access to Nick Lapola's Magic Mobile Control plugin, which is a WordPress plugin alone. This is worth the price of this product. I mean, this baby is hot. it detects what user or what the user's operating system and browser is. So if they come in from an iPhone or an iPad or an Android or an Amazon device, it says, hey, this is an iPhone user. Now you can customize the message and link that that person sees, okay? So if they come in on an iPhone, you can say, hey, iPhone user, I'm so sorry that you have an iPhone. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you over a link to a place where you can buy an Android really cheap. Joking. You wouldn't want to do that. But you could deliver up your application, right? Step 1, type in the message. Step 2, put in the URL that you want to redirect them to. Step 3, click Save. That's it, okay? And you get this for $27. But as if that wasn't enough, we decided to add a couple of more killer bonuses. You get these 2 websites, okay, so you can pick and choose which one you like most, and boom, instantly you are a mobile apps business, right? No waiting. It's all done instantly. We love instant, right? Instant oatmeal, instant coffee. Now we got instant mobile apps business. You got the new client kit, which includes your contracts, your email swipes, you name it. Okay, it's all there. And look at all of these features that's included inside the app builder. You got GPS locations. Okay, why would you want GPS? We were talking about this yesterday, William, remember? Okay, so let's say you got a ski resort business, okay? Ski resort business, and you both are going to the same ski resort, and you're like, hey, I'm on the such and such slope, and the person who's meeting you, they're like, where's that at? Well, you know what? Just go to their website and download the app, and you can just track me with the GPS locator. Boom. There's a perfect example. I'm sure you guys can come up with a bunch of more examples. You got one-click in-app purchases. You got online ordering. You got a pizza shop who wants to take orders online? Bingo. This is it. PayPal integration. You can sell subscriptions. Okay? RSS feeds, push notifications. You just saw how that works. Really simple. You got SMS notifications, the form builder. You could do maps and directions with a click. You've got the game builder. You got Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube integration, Yelp. Here's one of my favorites, the digital loyalty punch cards, QR codes, all that good stuff. But talking about that digital loyalty punch card, you can literally reward your customers, right? Help your customers reward their customers for checking in whenever somebody actually shows up there, okay? Okay, so it's $27. You can pick that up. Bingo. Now, I'm going to go over the OTOs again one more time. And again, who does that? Who shows the OTOs? We do, because number one, we want you to love what we're doing for you. But number two, there's absolutely no reason for you to not upgrade. Okay. Remember, I said you get 5. Okay, you get 5 apps included from the main purchase. Okay, that's literally just one customer. Why? Well, because if I were a business owner, I would want the Apple's app, I would want the iPad app, I would want the Amazon app, I would want the Android app, I'd want them all. So one customer, essentially, that's 4 apps right there. Boom. Okay, so what next? Okay, you've only got 1 app left from one customer. So I would at least get the $97 upgrade, because that's going to give you an additional 100 apps. Or if you're like me and you don't want to have to worry about what ifs and all those scenarios down the road, since we're offering it already right now, and you don't even know what I had to go through to get Apps Moments to agree to an unlimited license for $197. There's nobody doing this right now. Okay? I literally had to beg, plead, just literally on hands and knees. Actually, my knees are still chapped from begging to get you guys this deal. Okay? $197 unlimited apps. Okay? No matter which way you go, you still get all of the deals or all of the features. But I'm really excited about this. I don't know if you guys can tell. You've never seen me this excited about an offer. This is a killer deal. Now, there's a couple questions, and I want to answer them. I know, Mike, you've asked this question a few times, and I'm not ignoring you guys if you're asking them. There's just so many questions coming through. Mike wants to know why William didn't put an incentive on there for people to download the app. Can you please explain that to him?
Yeah, the incentive is the fact that, if I want pizza, I want targeted traffic. So I want someone that is like me that is in the mood for pizza. Now, it just so happens that I'm in the mood for pizza 7 days a week. So whenever I see a pizza ad to download an app for pizza, and it's a name brand that I recognize. So I live here in Las Vegas, and Mark does too, and he knows Manhattan Pizza is a bigger brand here. It's still it's a franchise, but it's a smaller franchise, and I just love their pizza. So whenever I see an ad specifically for an app that says Manhattan Pizza, I'm a pizza freak.
Yeah.
I love pizza. So,
I mean,
if I'm a single guy, and I'm the market. Actually, I'm my own target market for that one.
Bottom line is that obviously, Mike, you know what you're doing, okay? The question is, William, he chose to do it his way. Mike, you're going to do it your way. However you decide to incentivize your customers for downloading that application, it's up to you. You could say whatever you want on the ad. William,
Absolutely.
I think you covered this. They can even do image ads. So you could do text ads or image ads.
Yeah.
So whatever you want, it's up to you to incentivize them, Mike. It's up to you to incentivize that customer to say, hey, download this application and order and save $1. Whatever. That's up to you to decide. We're just showing you how this works. We're just showing you that it's that powerful and awesome. And I'm glad, Mike, that you see the power in this and that you realize that you can incentivize people to download that application. Yep, he's got that.
His wheels are turning. You know what's really cool is that I actually did incentivize the app. I just didn't explain it in the ad because you're limited on space and characters and all that. So I chose to incentivize the loyalty. So in other words, the value is inside the app once you get it. Okay, so I want the real pizza freaks, the guys who love pizza or order frequently enough to have an app on their phone. And some people go, oh, that's sorry. You eat unhealthy all the time. Well, I've lost 25 pounds. I'm very proud of that. Mark and I actually have committed to losing weight, so I do eat unhealthy.
I cheated last night and had pizza, so please.
Okay. So seriously though, I mean, we got to talking about it. Just as a side note, a little breather here. Mark and I have lost 25 pounds each. So if some of you have seen seen us on video or seen us in a picture, we've lost some weight, and we figured there's a guy that we know that's a graphics guy that's really good at what he does, and he weighs about $120 soaking wet. And we figured between the two of us, between Mark and I, we lost like half of one of him. You should have seen this guy's face when we told him that. He freaked out. But, to get back on track, you can incentivize in multiple points, and I agree with you, Mike. That's what you should be doing. I chose to incentivize and provide value in the app so that they keep the app. So my retention is going to be higher because of the loyalty that comes along with owning that app.
Yep. Right? Let me answer a couple more questions here. Ricky wants to know, do you get the bonuses if you don't get the OTO? Yeah, you can get the bonuses if you don't get the OTO. We're not holding you hostage here with the bonuses. I'm not concerned so much if you don't get it. If you only can afford the $27, then get it. Okay? Don't feel like you're missing out because look, you got everything that you need to go out and sell it. Go out there and actually find the customers. All right, it's all there, and yeah, you get 5 apps. I seriously suggest you get it if you can afford it to get the 97 or 197 because it gives you a lot more apps. But hey, worst case scenario, you end up going to our upgraded, or later on you upgrade to our $47 monthly plan or our $97 monthly plan down the road to be able to get yourself more apps. I don't suggest it though, waiting and paying that 97 unless you have to. Okay, unless you really seriously have to. Okay. Next question, if you can only afford the $97 version for 100 apps, what happens after 100 apps? Great question. You would have to subscribe to our monthly at that time, whatever it is, okay? And that's why I say if you if you can find an extra $100 to get the 197, go for it, okay? Because it's going to save you a lot down the road, all right? You're going to go out there and you're going to see that there's a lot of people out there that are going to want to get their hands on this. Okay, they're going to want to get their hands on this, and when you sell 4 apps to one client, that really takes a chunk out of your 100 apps fast. So if you can get the unlimited apps option, you won't have to worry later on down the road what happens. All right. Another question that Jim had: can we outsource the app building part? What kind of support do we get if the app builder breaks? Great question. First, I'll handle the outsourcing part. Sure, why not? You can outsource the apps. As a matter of fact, Apps Moments even will build apps for you if you want. And you can actually contact them on support. Okay, here is the support up here. And I'm going to show you, for those of you that's purchased, I'm going to show you how you can get in and start building apps instantly here in just a second. But yeah, so you can outsource that if you want, and I don't have a problem with you giving your customer or your outsourcer your login so they can get in here and build the apps for you. It's real simple. All the training's there. You can give it to them, and they can get in there and start doing that for you. What kind of support do we get if the apps breaks? Or if the app builder breaks, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. Like I said, Seattle Clouds is huge. They've been around for a long time, and they're one of the biggest ones out there. They've got thousands of people using their system. So I don't think you have to worry too much about that. And I mean, I say thousands. I'm not talking about 1,001. I'm saying tens of thousands of people are using it because it's big. It's huge. Okay? All right. So next question. Let me see if I can find another question.
You know what?
Here.
Before you get in,
Sure.
Before you get into the questions, this is a comment from someone. This is why we do what we do, guys. I love this. I love you guys so much because listen to this. Mark, I'm so glad you put this webinar together. I was a little confused by the sales page. This clears everything for me.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm going to save $9.97, and I can still refund on Go Mobi. That kind of, man, you know what? That just makes my weekend, dude. We just saved somebody so much trouble and effort and $1,000 on top of it. And you know what? I can guarantee you those other guys don't have case studies or programs showing you what we, you know what? Screw that. They don't even have what we just gave you for free, showing you what you can do in AdMob to blow somebody's business up. I mean, you got a good deal. Welcome aboard, and I'm flattered and honored that you feel that way about us, and we love you guys. So thanks for being here for Saturday.
Yeah.
Mark, if you got other questions, sorry, I just had to say that.
William's tearing up right now. He's tearing up.
Close.
We got the questions box. I've never seen a webinar like this where literally the questions box, it's a good mix. You got a lot of people are excited. You got a couple of questions. You got a bunch of questions, and we're going to do everything we can to answer all these questions because, look, let's be honest. It's this is something that's powerful, and it can be a little bit confusing at first, but I guarantee you once you get in and start playing around with this, you're going to love it. As a matter of fact, I was actually going to bring this up earlier. I know people that love this app builder so much that they prefer it to, what do you call it, 360. What do you call it, Xbox 360. What am I saying? Well, for fun, they like to get in here and build apps, okay?
Yeah.
And hey, why not? Everybody, I love these kind of tools. I'm kind of a geeky guy. I would love nothing more, especially when it's productive, to spend some time like on something like this versus going out and playing a game on my phone or something like that. I'd rather spend some time developing an app and playing with different things and testing different things and sending that out to my customers versus, playing Yahtzee, okay? So you're going to have an opportunity to get your hands on this. So speaking of getting your hands on it, let me show you how, once you get access to this, what you want to do. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do is you want to log in at, you'll actually receive a login link inside of your JVZoo account. So if you log into JVZoo, click on Access Your Purchase, it'll take you to register for offlineappreneur.com. And then when you go to offlineappreneur.com and you log in, it's going to take you into the members area. And inside the members area, you're going to see a, matter of fact, let me log in there real quick. Go ahead, William, if you want to say anything while I'm doing this.
I was going to say, Mark, here's another one. I even got in late on the webinar and still bought because of the value. Thanks. I didn't go for other offers because I love Seattle Clouds so much. Now to get the same for this price is awesome. That's, yeah, again, man, you guys.
Don't cry.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to.
Weirdo.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, I know. We all have fun. Yeah.
As you know, William and I know each other very well. I won't call most people weirdos, but I'll call him a weirdo because he does kind of get little teary-eyed on me sometimes. All right, let's see here. Ooh, boy, I'm having trouble getting in here. I don't have an. Oh, you know what? Actually, I do. Give me one more second. William, go ahead and see if there's any more questions while I'm logging in here.
Absolutely. Someone's asking if there's a private Facebook group or LinkedIn group for us. Mark, I remember you were talking about possibly putting something together. Have you?
I am going to talk
about that any or?
I'm going to talk to AppsMoment about that because I think it's a great idea. But if they don't want to do it, then I'll probably do it. Just log into support or to your account frequently, and you'll see. Okay. I just got in finally, but yeah, if you come back here into your members area frequently, you'll see if we change anything. You'll be able to see here. You know, if we have a group, it'll probably show up on this page, okay? So when you first log into Offline Appreneur, this is what you're going to see. All the training over here that we were talking about is all here on the left-hand side. It's real simple. If you want to come back to the training, you can get it. Just come click on training, and it'll take you back here to the main page where all the training can be accessed, okay? Up here is your website templates. There's the download for the plugin. Here's where you will go to get to your apps builder. This is the bonuses, and oh, by the way, we got a couple of cool marketers that decided to hook us up with some awesome bonuses. One of them are a couple of good friends of mine, the Bold Angels, which is Tina and Trish. Tina Williams and Trish Gillum, they're awesome. And then also Barb Ling hooked us up with some bonuses. So you get those as well, in addition to what William and I are giving you. And then also, too, if you've already purchased and you want to upgrade, there's an upgrade link here. If you only bought the $27 offer and you want to come back and upgrade, you can click on this upgrade button to do that, okay? So when you first get inside the members area, what you want to do is scroll down here. Okay, there's a video that's going to load. Watch that. But you want to scroll down here to the apps client activation and fill this out completely with your first name, last name, email, your PayPal transaction ID, and then choose which one of these that you purchase. So what they do is they verify your purchase, and then they put you in their system. And what happens is when you go to publish your apps, they're going to know that you purchased what package you purchased. Okay, so you want to fill that out. Now they're a little bit behind because we've literally sent them, you know, thousands of customers over the past few days since we've done this. So what you want to do is kind of help them along the process. Now I'm actually logged in here. Let me open up. I can't click on this thing because of the, let me move this over here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to open up an incognito window. Okay, so when you go to appsmoment.com, can everybody hear me okay still, William? Yes?
Yeah, you're
okay.
Coming through crystal clear.
So when you get to appsmoment.com, what you want to do is you can actually just click here on Start Now. And then or you can go directly in from your members area. But when you get there, you're going to want to click on the sign up page. Okay? Log in, sign up page. And the very first time before you log in, it's going to take you to this page, and then you're going to click here on register. Okay? So when you click on register, it's going to take you to the registration page, which my computer is going a little bit slow. And then you're going to want to fill that form out. Okay, make sure you fill it out with the same credentials that you use. Use the same email that you used to purchase, so that way they have no problems finding your account. Now, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Don't worry. They do have a support system. If you click here on support, it'll actually take you to the support form where you can actually open a ticket, and they will help you with everything. They've got a support person on staff to handle your support questions. So here is the support area. Okay, it's very simple. You do not have to wait for us to set you up for you to start playing around with the app builder. And if you fill out that form, they'll be able to find you quickly when you go to publish your first app. Okay, so hopefully that answers a few questions that some people had with regards to getting started there. Okay, so is there some questions coming, William?
Yeah, there's a couple. Let's see.
Bruce has asked a few times, how about updates for new phones that are coming out in the future? Bruce, we're talking Amazon, Apple, Android, and Kindle. I mean, let's see, Amazon, Apple, and Android. Those are the three developer, or what do you want to say, platforms that they cover. Okay, all the phones that come out are on those three for the most part. The only one that's new that I haven't heard what's going on with yet is really Windows, and they're not new. They just don't have a lot of market share. So I'm assuming with the the onslaught that they're going to have with the Windows 8 of new customers moving over to those types of platforms, that Seattle Clouds is going to want to update and start adding those as well. So if that comes out, I mean, no promises, but if that comes out, I'm sure that we'll have access to it. But there's no way to say for sure. I just know that Amazon, Apple, and Android are the three that we are actually covering here, and it covers all the devices. It's just those are the three platforms. So good question, Bruce. We got another question from Peter. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to ask some questions too. Someone's asking if AdMob costs anything. To run a campaign, yeah, it's going to cost you per download, per click for the app, and it's as low as 1 cent, which we went through a detailed explanation of that earlier. But yes, Bob, it will cost, but it's very minimal. Emerson is asking, how long would it take to build 1,000 people through AdMob? That's going to depend on your local geo area and targeting that you use. Obviously, the bigger the area, the more mobile phones, the more versions of the app that you have, the more traffic you're going to have exposure to through impressions. So in other words, if you only target an Android user or the Android users in X city, then you're only going to get Android users availability. But if you have iPhone, Kindle, and iPad and Android, now you've got 4 applications. You've got every mobile device user in that city, if that makes any sense. It really is a question on whether or not you make all the apps, or when you build out all the apps, how fast you can build that. But I'll tell you right now, AdMob is capable of delivering thousands of clicks, no problem. Okay, when you get more specific, you're going to have less clicks than you would if you went with a nationwide campaign, obviously. So it's very similar to how that works, just like in AdWords.
The sales are flying in, guys. I mean, literally, I've never seen anything like this on a webinar I've been a part of. I mean, we do really well on our webinars, but people are so excited about this. I mean, literally, there are just sales pouring in. So if you're waiting, don't wait. Get this, because, I mean, literally, everybody is seeing the value of what this can do for their businesses. And I know you are probably, if you haven't made that decision to jump on yet, you're sitting on the fence wondering, what do I do? Do I do it? Do I not? Do it. At the very least, get the $27 offer. You've got nothing to lose, and grabbing this and going out and trying to find your first 5 clients. I mean, you're definitely going to be able to get a lot of interest when it comes to apps. All right. Plus, you get my SMS hotbox, the whole WSO. We're not talking about just the what do you call it? The info part. You get the software, you get the websites, right. You get it all. Plus, William's giving you a couple of awesome bonuses. He's going to teach you how to go out and find customers with LinkedIn. You're going to get William's bonuses on the case study that he's doing here for AdMob. So, I mean, really, you guys have, like, there's no reason for you to not get this, okay? Okay, somebody asked this again. I just want to make sure you understand this. Joseph asked, he said, there's no monthly fee ever? I don't know if he's just saying that because it's like so exciting, or if really you just want to hear me say it again. No, there is no monthly fee ever if you sign up and grab the unlimited apps. What will happen, though, if you wait until Tuesday, is the only option is the monthly fee option. Again, I'm doing my best I can to make sure as many of you can get in at this great deal as possible. That's why we're spending so much time with you here today on a Saturday, to make sure that everybody can get in. Okay, so don't hesitate. Grab this, because you're never going to get it at a better deal. Right, William?
That's exactly right. Yeah, and you know what? Here's some more questions that are just pouring in, just quick ones to answer. Philip, yeah, SMS Hotbox is a bonus offer to Offline Appreneur. That ought to show you guys the mobile trend, even in our own businesses. I mean, we're telling you, we're basically showing you through our actions that mobile is where it's at, guys and gals. Jim, the difference between the 47 and 97, Mark, the difference is 100 apps, and how many apps for the 47?
The $47 option, which we really didn't cover, is 25 apps. There's 25 apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 apps. So that's the difference.
Now,
let's see.
Somebody had asked this question too. Emerson said, "Last question, and I'm in. How fast can I build a list of 1,000 people through AdMob?" Oh my gosh! You just said earlier, like, the clicks are endless. I mean, literally, you turn it on.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, you turn it on, and it's gonna buzz with traffic. So it's really up to you, Emerson. I mean, how fast do you want, or how much money do you want to spend towards it? How quickly do you want to spend it? So, you know, you could build a list really quick with pay-per-click type stuff. Matter of fact, one of my good friends, Jack Hopman, is on here, and I don't know if he's still here. If you are, hi, Jack. I saw you comment a few times. Jack is like the PPC genius, and I'll bet you he is just like floored by AdMob because literally it's so dirt cheap to get the traffic. So, I mean, 1,000 people, gosh, people love downloading applications. I think you should be pretty good at getting that list built pretty fast. If you can get out there and just make sure you've got some good converting reasons once they get inside to convert over to your list, okay? Getting them to download the app is only half the battle. Yeah, you'll be able to send them push notifications, but you really want them to do other stuff inside the app, right, William?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, the more value you provide inside the app, you know, like coupons and menu listings and in-app purchases, if applicable, all those are features, and the GPS feature, the Get Directions feature, those are all click-to-call. I keep forgetting click-to-call. That's like one of the biggest ones. All those features are, all those are different ways that the app is functional or valuable to someone. It's a click, and then you've got access to the information.
Yeah.
Someone's asking about languages. Actually, yes, you can do multiple languages. You're going to have to translate yourself or have someone else translate for you.
Yeah, you could translate it. You could write it in Chinese, whatever. I mean, it's all good. How much can you sell the app for? Mark, this is my favorite question because it talks about money, okay? You've got a few different options here. You can sell an app for a monthly if you want, right? And I personally would love to go for them. I would do actually a combination. I'd charge them to build the app, maybe $1,000, and then I would do $500 a month to market the app because you know what? Most people that do the apps, they don't even talk about marketing. This webinar that you guys are on today is exciting because William just covered the biggest problem or the biggest hurdle that most businesses have with apps, how to get people to get them on their device, right, William? Now you could do $1,000 for the app, you know, $500 a month to market the app, and you know, and if you want to target some high-end customers, doctors, lawyers, plastic surgeons, dentists, you name it, you could charge them $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for the app, and they're going to pay it because hey, they look at this as a high-end thing that their high-end customers are going to want. The more affluent buyers are the people who have the smartphones. Those are your buyers.
Absolutely.
Those are the people. If you have a smartphone, you have money. Okay. People who don't have smartphones, I'm not saying they don't spend money, but the guys who have the iPhones and the Androids and the the tablets, they're the ones that have money to spend. Okay. So you want to target those people. Yeah, target those people.
Absolutely. Someone's asking, can you, if you get the 100 apps in the OTO and you sell all the hundreds, will you have to pay for the monthly service after that? And Joe, yeah, that's exactly what you're going to have to do. That's why the offer for the unlimited at $197 is the best option because it's unlimited. So when the 100 runs out, and by the way, that 100 is going to run out quickly. If you did 4 apps for every client that you came across and did the full spread, you'd only be able to do 25 clients that way, and then you're done, and you got to pay a monthly service from then on. So it's the difference between having 25 clients taken care of or never worrying about it again, and the difference would be the $100 basically, and covering that.
Good question. Good question.
That was a good question. Yeah.
Somebody asked, do we get all the features that Seattle Clouds has? Yes, this is the Seattle Clouds white label system. So you're getting all the same features that you would get if you were to go over to Seattle Clouds and buy it without the monthly fees. Okay, so yeah, grab it. Get it now. Get it while it's hot.
Someone's asking if they can use AdMob and apps to actually increase their traffic to their own Facebook page. Yeah, if you want to do your own personal app, there are social sharing buttons as well as sharing videos. You could use it to get views to a YouTube video, right, Mark? I mean,
absolutely.
Even in the case study, Land Rover, 45,000 video views, and this thing has Facebook buttons, has Twitter buttons. A couple other social networks I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely got the social capacity to share stuff like that.
Yep.
Let's see. Someone's asking a really good question, Rob, or Robert. I'll call you Rob, though. Do you charge monthly to build the client's list, and how would you charge for the list building? You know, you could charge a couple different ways. You could do a flat rate and then exercise a percentage of the budget. So if I charge someone, for example, $500 a month and guaranteed them X amount of people to download the app, or maybe I don't place a guarantee on it and I just tell them, listen, you know, because I'm going in there with a list already. So I'll tell them it's $500 a month to get this list, use it, and I'll build on to it for you. And I'll probably, you know, put 10%, 20% of the budget from that client back into the list to build it bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when the list gets bigger, I can go back to that client. After the list is like 5,000, I can say, hey, you know, your list is 5 times the size it was when, you know, and I'm still only charging you $500 a month. I need to be able to keep building it, and it's costing a lot to maintain it. Let's renegotiate. Do you really think he's going to care, he or she's going to care when I bump the price on them? They're getting 5 times the value what they were getting. If I bumped the price, even doubled it from what I was getting paid. That's now you're at $1,000 a month. And again, that's all set up via traffic that you set and forget, basically. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
I got to say this. Jim just said, and Jim M., I'm going to just say your last initial in case you want to be private, but Jim just said, this is great, guys. First time I have ever felt like I understood the whole app world.
It's, yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful part about it. You don't have to be an app pro.
That right there just blows me away to see that. Because how many of you have been like, I'm going to be honest with you, until I partnered up with Apps Moments on this and literally dug into this, I was shocked how easy it was. I'm sorry, I was completely, you know, cloudy. It was cloudy. My whole brain was cloudy when it came to apps. But after I saw what they had to offer and see how easy this is, I was completely shocked at how simple it was to get out there and build apps and find customers with it. Literally blown away. So yeah, you know what, Jim? I'm with you there. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's welcome. You know, I mean, we always love to work with people of like mind. Someone's asking if there's a cost to publish each app, Mark.
No, there are no additional fees once you've actually got set up. That means you're using our developer accounts. And I guess now's a good time because you know what I've noticed? A lot of new people coming in here. Sorry, I'm clicking all over the place. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. A lot of new people coming in, so that's probably a good reason why there's so many sales still pouring in. But what do you get? Okay, few things. Number one, when you do get the upgrade, you're using our developer accounts. You're using our you get no monthly fees. You're using our whole system. So that means you pay one time for those for the one-time license, the unlimited license, and that's it. You're done. You don't have to pay anything else. Not to publish an app, not to host an app, nothing. Okay. But now let me just show you guys again one more time what you get. You're going to get access to build 5 apps on the main offer. Okay. That's for the $27. You're going to get access to build at least 5 apps, and that's included for iPhone, iPad, Android, and even Kindle. Okay, real simple, no technical skills. It's point and click. Anybody can do it. It's so easy. Even William can do it. He just showed you. You get access to the Mobile Apps Mastery series. So if you're like me and you like to see how to do something, you want to watch somebody else do it, we did that for you. Okay, we're going to teach you how to build the apps. We're going to teach you how to find the customers, targeting the right customers. We talk about how to prospect, you know, and finding leads here in the Prospector Pirates section. We teach you how to sell from home, and that's not all. You also are going to get this really, 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 I said really 3 times. You know what? One more time. We'll just throw it in. Really cool WordPress plugin. Who doesn't love WordPress plugins, right? This alone is worth the $27 because even if you don't do mobile apps, which we want you to start doing, but even if you don't do mobile apps, you can actually use this. What does it do? Okay, once you install this plugin on your WordPress site, it will allow you to detect when a customer has come in from an iPhone, an iPad, an Android, or Kindle and allow you to deliver a special link just to them. Now, what we're using it for is to deliver the iPad device, or sorry, the iPad app, or the iPhone app, or the Android app, or you name it. Okay, you can type whatever message you want to type here into that user. You can say, hey, sign up and or click on this to get our cool app and save $1 on your order online. I don't know, whatever. Okay, you can put whatever message you want there. Put in the link and then click on. Sorry, step 3 is just click save. Okay, that's it. Okay, again, I'm not saying you just get this insane this insane plugin for $27. You get everything for $27. And as if that wasn't enough, you also get these killer bonuses. Okay, you're going to get access to our websites that you can use to make yourself look like you're the the mobile apps guy, go-to guy or go-to gal in your area, and it's done instantly, right? So you don't have to wait for someone to code some site for you. You can just load it up and you're good to go. You get our new client kit, so that way you can go out there and you have all the contracts and email swipes and all that stuff that you need to find your clients and to close your clients. And take a look at these apps. I'm stopping here for a second. Again, you get 5, okay? You get 5 included with your purchase of $27. But look at these apps. They're beautiful. These are actual images of apps that were created inside this system, okay? And that's not all. Look at all these features you're going to get access to inside that app builder. You get the GPS locator, PayPal integration, one-click purchases, online ordering. So if you got a pizza shop,
I'm sorry, somebody, I gotta stop you, man. I'm
okay.
So sorry. I hate to do this, but Rafal just said, you guys are insane.
We are
I love
insane.
It. Like, yeah, it's true. But you know what? This is where the business is at. This is where it's happening. We're telling you this is the party. This is the party of all parties.
Come to the party.
We're at that party. Come with us. That's
Absolutely
exactly right. You won't find many people that'll do that these days. I mean, you'll see promotions tomorrow in your email box for sure. For you know what? Actually, you'll see some in your inbox today for someone who's using the very same, Seattle Clouds, the same white label system that we're using here, that we're offering for a one-time. You have several emails in your inbox today, guaranteed, from someone who's selling it on a monthly rate.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't enough, I mean, I gotta wonder what their training course is like for selling this stuff and getting it. Again, the ongoing case studies. This is, between that and the one-time value, the one-time offer here, I don't see a better offer out there. Period.
No.
This is it.
And not only that, but look at all the bonuses you get. Look at all the bonus you get. You get my Hotbox, SMS Hotbox. So now look, you're not just the mobile apps guy. You're just the mobile guy altogether. Oh, you want to do SMS? Yeah. I got you covered.
Hotbox isn't even available anymore.
No, you can't even buy it anymore.
And the magic plugin, I call it the magic plugin. Nick never codes anything. I know Nick is like the highest quality coded Simple Video Pro, great program. Never doesn't touch anything that's lower than like $50, period.
Yeah, no.
And here it is. I mean, if that alone is worth the cost. Yeah,
included.
I mean, yeah,
yep.
It's stupid.
I mean, you got it all. You've got everything that you would ever need for $27. Everything you need to get started. Now, back to this amazing one-time offer. William, can you drop the link in there again? We got a few people still trying to find the link. Go ahead and drop the link in there for everybody one more time. Okay, so check this out. Okay, again, I want to show you the one-time offer. Okay, you got the best option, which is $197. Okay, it includes unlimited apps with no monthly fees. You've got the good option, which I say good because it's still good. It's still decent, right? You get that, and that's not only $97. So you got those two choices there. Either way you go, you win, okay? Getting the unlimited option, though, is going to be the best option because then you don't have to worry about monthly fees, a few months down the line, a year down the line, whatever, okay? Just get out there and sell. You've got nothing holding you back, all right? You've got this awesome app system, and I want to show you here. Let me go back to the home area. Actually, let's go to My Apps. This is how simple it is literally to build an app, okay? My screen is going a little slow. There we go. Click Create New App, and then look at all these templates you have here. They're all done for you, okay? There's tons of different templates. I mean, if you're not good at coming up with stuff, I mean, sometimes I need a little bit of inspiration when I'm doing something, right? I'll look around. I'll start Googling stuff. So if you're trying to build a website or an application or anything like that, it's nice to have inspiration. Well, guess what? That's all included here. You can go in, click on the app build that you want to build, and then start customizing it to your liking. And it doesn't have to be just for offline businesses. So if you want to do an app for your own business to find businesses, you can do that. If you want to build an app for, gosh, help me here, William. We covered so many of them.
Goodness.
Social network,
any
look at
service.
that. Oh,
yeah,
what about the one from yesterday? Daily deals.
Daily deals. Somebody came up with the daily deals.
Daily deals. Yeah. What about building a daily deal site? You know, because you got push notifications. You can send out push notifications. Build your list to go out and target other businesses. Right with. Yeah. Say, check it out. I've got this awesome daily deal site that I built, and you know, push notifications. Maybe this is something we should keep site secret and not talk about this right now, because that's pretty cool, actually. You know,
that's a very powerful idea.
Hey, it's already done. Look, business directory. Bingo.
There you go.
There you go. Business directory. Look at that.
That makes
it's
this
plug
and
play.
Plug and play.
Guys, here's a plug-and-play business for you. If you're on the fence saying, wait a minute, what could I do with this outside of going and find clients? There you go. Got the business directory. Put in a bunch of call people up. I didn't even notice this until just now. I'm serious. We were just talking about this earlier about building a directory, a different type of directory. Now we see this is in here. I'm so glad I just saw this, because guess what? In Las Vegas, I'm going to be the guy that's got the business directory app being put into everybody's phones. I'm going to be using AdMob to push it. Okay? You guys seriously have a point and click template. Just click on that template, use the template, name it whatever you want, click create, come in here and start editing away, right? I mean, it's that simple. Put in whatever you want to say in your description, name your app, and then once you're done with that, I'm showing you guys how simple this is. This is literally how easy it is. And my computer's going slow. My internet. There we go. Check it out. Choose your target platform. I'm going to go Android because I am an Android fanatic. Choose the tabs that I want to have at the bottom. Let's say I'm going to go with the standard tabs, which is this one right here. Click Next. Choose the application icon. You can customize this however you want, whatever app icon you want. Yeah. If you want to put your own logo in there, you can do that. Okay, click Next. Choose your font sizes, your colors, all that good stuff. Click Next. Choose your background image. Click Next. Put in your company information. Click Next. And then click Done when you're finished. Now it's going to open up the builder, and look at this. Will you look at this? Look at this. A little inside joke with me and William, Ed Bassmaster, right? But check this out.
Yeah.
Here you are. You can come in here and add away. Just click on Edit, change your directory. It's simple. Okay? Now you have a way to go in. This is lead gen method, actually. Right here. We just did this live with you guys. It's 4:30 p.m. almost here on the Pacific Coast, 7:30 on the East Coast. You guys just witnessed a brainstorming in action of how to go out and generate clients right away by just giving them a free listing in your directory for your apps. That just happened. You just witnessed that, okay? It's that simple, okay? Guys, think of the possibilities. I mean, I'm just doing this here on this webinar, but when you guys get in here and start coming up with ideas, I know you guys. Oh, yeah. I know how excited you guys get when you get your hands on something and how you start coming up with ideas. You know what's funny? The sales just started flooding in again. More people grabbing this after they just saw that. And I really feel sorry for all the people who left already, because they just missed a really, really cool idea. And the comments are pouring in. So this is awesome. William, do you have more to add down to that? I don't even know what I'm like shocked.
Oh man, there's some crazy comments coming in. I love you guys. I seriously do, because you guys are making my weekend, and I'm glad to be in business with you. We're getting comments like, I've been trying to figure out how to build that directory. So I know that was a light bulb moment, right? Someone's, I'm going to raid my kid's piggy bank to get this.
Poor kids.
Just fun stuff like that.
Hey, give your
Right?
kids an app. Give your kids an app instead. Say, hey, honey, look what I just bought with your money. My daughter is 12. Yeah. I bet you she'd love to have her own mobile app. And, you've got a lot of cool apps.
Yeah.
You got a lot of cool apps in here
yeah.
that you can build. I mean, it doesn't just have to be for your businesses. Yeah, I know. We always buy stuff because we want to go out and make money with it. But, gosh, why not buy something and have some fun with it, too? You can build games. Well, you can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could build games and crazy stuff.
Why not? Let your kids get in here. If you got kids like me, okay, I've been teaching my daughter WordPress, okay? And I know this is so weird I'm talking about this right now, but if you've got kids, why not let them get in here and start learning something else that's way better than what they learned in school, right? Teach them something that's going to make them money. Teach them to build some apps, and you know what? They'll show you stuff. My daughter is, like, coming up with ideas all the time. I am, like, shocked at some of the stuff that comes out of her brain. And, give your kids access to this and let them start playing with it. Let them build some apps, and, maybe they'll want to build their own app. This is cool. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Man, there's just
I know, things are just pouring in.
This is crazy.
The questions are pouring in. It's hard to keep up with it. And here's what's funny. We're, going into 2.5 hours on this webinar.
2.5?
Now, William,
I don't care, yeah.
Look at the audience view. Look at the audience view. What does it say?
I know.
100.
I've never seen.
100%.
Yeah.
That is nuts, okay? Because most of the time during webinars, people get sidetracked, okay? That means every single one of you are tuned in to what we're talking about. Okay, that means every single one of you are excited.
The average adult attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah, the average adult attention span is 45 minutes.
Now, if you're watching this webinar and you have not actually purchased this yet, okay, I don't have a problem if you just click away for 1 second. William, drop the link in again so you can go ahead and get it. It's $27. You get all the bonuses. I don't have a problem with you clicking away for a minute, going and grabbing this and coming back. You never know. We may come up with another cool idea of how you can make money with this system. I mean, this is a cool webinar that we've been on here for a couple hours. We've already come up with a few different ideas of how you can monetize this. Literally, tonight, you guys should be playing with this and coming up with more ideas. So, I think we will go ahead and build the Facebook group. Matter of fact, I'm going to make the decision to build the Facebook group, and we'll go ahead and add that in there because I want you guys to communicate with each other. I want everybody to get in there and start digging in and coming up with ideas and helping each other. Well, let's make a little community here, offline appreneurs, of guys like you, girls like you that wanted to go out there and make this a huge success. Go out there and sell apps like they're going out of style. Right, William?
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'm all for it. I'll be in there. You know me. I'm really excited and looking forward to, here's what's cool about this is that we can't really fully hear everybody's voice because of how many comments and questions are pouring in. So to be able to capture all that, like in a group, man, the tremendous value that it's going to be gained from that, even for me. That's what I'm excited about. I can't wait for it. Absolutely.
Cool question that came in. I got a question here that I have to address because I didn't address it and I should have. The question is, how much do we charge for push notifications? Push notifications are included. Push notifications are included. So that means that you can go out there and you can start, sending out push notifications as soon as you get your customers. Get people to download your app. So, yeah, they're included in this. Jim wants to know if he can upgrade from the 25 to unlimited. If you want to do that, Jim, do me a favor. Please hit us up in support, and I will help you do that. We'll have to, do some changes and make some adjustments. So hit me up in support, and I'll explain to you how to actually do that. Bruce wanted to know if and we might have answered this. I know some of these questions are a few minutes because there's so many of them coming in, so bear with me if you've asked the question and we haven't gotten back to you. We are not ignoring you. There's just so many people communicating, so many good things coming here. But somebody had asked, Bruce had asked if there's a cost to publish each app, and no. The answer to that is no. Are you still there, William?
Still here, yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Let's see.
Does your
Yeah,
app
Dennis,
builder?
you nailed it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Dennis, you nailed it. Who does the app get published to on the app platforms? Do you get access to the app? Do we get who publishes the app? Is that under the developer account through Apps Moment, Mark?
Yeah, the apps are actually published by Apps Moment. So the way it works is, and I covered this, so let me cover it again. Here I am inside of my app. After I'm finished with my app, down here, you see where it says publish? You click that, and then what will happen is Apps Moment will get that notification that you're pushing that to them, and then once they approve that application, because they got to check and make sure, that they're not just letting you submit every crazy thing that, like if you put in some pornographic material or adult content, something like that, it could cause their accounts to get, flagged.
Yeah.
They track all of that stuff. Now, once they approve it, then they push it forward to Android for you on their behalf. So that means you don't have to have your own apps, developers accounts, any of those things. It's all covered by Apps Moments.
Yeah, that's very sexy. I love that. It's very easy.
Kathleen,
no fuss, no muss.
Kathleen says she has several apps in iTunes, Android stores. Is there any way to move them to this platform? Kathleen, that is a question that you will have to ask Apps Moments. I don't know. I'm going to assume the answer to that is no, because I do think that it has to be something that was built on their own platform. But you may want to just send a support ticket in and ask them. And they are a little bit backed up on support tickets just because I've flooded them with customers over the past few days. So go ahead and ask that. Again, I would at least still get the $27 offer at this point and get your hands on that, because it's going to help you no matter what. For those of you that's already purchased this and you're wondering how to get your hands on the bonus, really simple. All you got to do is hit me in support, and that is markhelton.zendesk.com, and I'll just go ahead and drop this in here. And again, bear with me. I do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible, but we do sometimes get a little bit backed up. We do our best. I think we're better than most. But I just went ahead and put that inside here. Send your receipts to markhelton.zendesk.com, and I'll go ahead and take care of you there. Jim said, we're going to keep soaking you guys for everything that you've got. Yeah, we've come up with some really awesome ideas here. Okay, CC says, confused, then where does Apps Moment come in if we're using white label Seattle Clouds? Great question. If you were to go and decide that you wanted to open up your own white label system, you could go to Seattle Clouds and do that and pay the monthly upfront that they want plus the monthly fee to set up your own white labeled system like they do. Apps Moment's been around and they've been doing this for a while. As a matter of fact, they've already got a lot of customers that have mobile apps, and when they contacted me about this and showed me the system, I was floored, and I couldn't believe I never heard of it myself. So they're actually white labeled from Seattle Clouds, which means you're using Seattle Clouds system, so it's something that's kept updated and all of that good stuff. Now, as far as support and all that stuff, we're kind of doing this as a joint venture right now, but we're working together on this 100% as partners. So you're actually working with myself and Apps Moment.
Yep.
Bruce says, I'm in for the unlimited. Looks and sounds great. Awesome. Mike Chapman, wow, Batman, I'm an app man. Wow, Batman, I'm an app man. Okay, Tim says, could you build this on spec for a mall, then see if they want to buy it? Sure, why not? I mean, look, you don't have to go in and do too much customizations to be able to come in and sell it. Look, go into a pizza shop, just drop their logo on there with the application and say, hey, I built you an app. And then if they want to customize it, then you charge them. You see what I'm saying? Well, wait, this doesn't have my menu on it, or hey, it's missing this, it's missing that. What do I do? You know, oh, well, that's great. I can actually go in and do all that stuff for you, and this is what I charge to customize the app. You see what I'm saying? For those of you that are wondering, why would you do that? Well, because it's a perceived value. You've come in and you've done something for them that nobody else has done. So if you did come in and say, hey, I built you an app, it took you 2 seconds to do it. You know, they don't know that. Okay? John wants me to go over the bonuses.
Well, not only that, but you...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. But before we do that, but you come in, I want to add to that, you come in with an app built and a list attached to it. You got to understand something. There are guys out there right now, and not many of them have apps already, but if they did, you could blow them up for 10, 20 bucks, knock their socks off and go, where did I get this flood of apps? Send them a message, an email, a note, however you give them a call and say, yeah, did you notice you got like 500 new members on your app? Yeah, I thought that was me. Yeah, right, buddy. I got that for you.
Yep.
Really? Yeah. Yep. Watch this. I'm going to turn it off. You turn it off and oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I want to come back. Like, help me keep building that. They're going to see the value instantly, even if they have an app.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ideas and actionable stuff that you've gotten just from today, and with the bonuses, which Mark, you know, that's a good segue into the bonuses again. You're going to get. Well, let's start with the bonuses that you get when you get the main deal there. $27. That's all you got to get. It'll give you 5 apps to work with for your first 5 apps are on Mark in Apps Moment, and then you get the Magic Mobile Control.
You get Magic Mobile Control by Nick Lapola. You know
right.
him, you love
who never codes anything less than who never codes anything for less than $50. Okay, a pop. You know.
Right.
And here it is. You know, you can get access to that plus the apps and the builder for $27. Are you kidding me? If that wasn't enough, you get websites, custom websites that position you to your clients and potential clients as the app guy, the app builder. Look at all the cool stuff I can do with apps. With those bonuses, you also get a set of contracts. I mean, to land yourself the deals. Like we make this start to finish, you know, everything you need. That's what's in here, and I can vouch for that. I've actually been through the training myself. This isn't, you know, normally Mark and I partner on something. This is actually Mark partnering with Apps Moment. I am just the guy who kind of happened upon this, and you know, Mark said you need to check this out for your business and your people, and I said okay, sure, I'll do that. And you know, I'm going to be letting my people know about this because it's priceless. You know, I went what I call whole hog. You know, I went all in. I put my money down on the main deal and the 197 unlimited because I see the value in providing apps for people. I'm going to build my own app for me as a marketing strategist, you know, and I'm going to flood it with traffic. So, I mean, you get all that plus you get you get access to something that's not on the market. It's not being sold anymore, and that's SMS Hotbox. So now you can be the mobile guy, like all the way around, right? You can be mobile apps. You can have SMS. I mean, they're going to love you. Your clients are going to love you. Now we can get into my bonuses.
Yeah, this is like the biggest bonus package I've ever done for anything, and I'm telling you, there's good reason for it.
Absolutely, I agree. I had to step my game up on it, and not because I felt like somebody was outdoing me, but because I was like, man, you know what? I'm using this. Why am I not sharing this with people? People really, you know, I know what I like, and I like to see, again, someone else that's been there, done that. I know I can do it. You know, this caveman Will over here did it, and, you know, he looks like an app pro because of this builder. This builder makes me, you know, turns me from a caveman into Goodwill Hunting. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here doing math equations on my dry erase board. It's what it makes me look like I'm smart, like really, really smart when it comes to app building. And when it comes to app building, I am a caveman. I'll tell you right now, a week ago, if you'd have told me that I was going to be making my own apps, I'd have laughed you right out of my place. I'd be like, ha, whatever, get out of here, man. I don't code. In fact, I have an aversion to coding. I don't like to code. So I'm the creative guy, right? So, to be able to develop apps like that, it's crazy. So I knew I had to step my game up, long story short, to provide some serious value here for the people that need some guidance. And that's what this is all about. We've got a full-blown case study, local list jackpot. You're going to see how I not only sell apps to companies or to businesses, local businesses, and build lists for them, as well as the app, but you're also going to get details on how I landed a joint venture client, very simply with a web developer. And I get access to the 50 clients that he's got from this year, right, as a test. So if I do well in this test, I've got 50 clients to build apps for right now. You think I'm busy? Actually, what's so funny about this is Mark and I have been doing, some planning and prepping and stuff, and we work on a lot of stuff together. And in between all that, I've been building apps in my spare time, working on this in my spare. So if it's easy enough that a caveman can do it in his spare time, between making a stone wheel and setting, creating fire, anybody can do this in their spare time. Are you kidding me? There's some serious money to be made.
I was just pointing around here for those of you that are watching the screen. I'm looking at here as an application. This is a template, so you can get in here and actually do this right away for real estate agents. Now, who has got some of the biggest egos in the world? And if you're a real estate agent, I'm sorry. But egos galore, right? Real estate agents love to get their face. As a matter of fact, sometimes I wonder why real estate agents spend some of the money they spend. For example, okay, you've got a real estate agent's face inside of a bus stop, one of those little things on the side of the road. I'm like, wait a second. These people who ride the bus probably aren't really good, targets
They're not
for
in
you.
the market.
And you really can't see it very well, but yet they're willing to spend thousands of dollars to put their face there because they have big egos. And guess what? They probably have that complex where their friends come into town or their family or whatever, and they go out of the way to drive by where their face is at, right? Like, oh, hey, is that you on that billboard up there? Oh, well, yes, it is. But hey, what a better way to stroke a real estate agent's ego than to show them that they can have their own mobile application, okay? And check this out. I mean, it's actually pretty good, too, because, it's great for lead gen, all right? When somebody comes in, the very first thing I would do is I'd say, go ahead and get my application, because as new homes come available, I put them up there, and, you can search through them there. And also, if I get some sort of a message I want to send you, I could do a push notification and send you an instant message, right? That's pretty awesome. Plus, they have the 360 view built in, so you can come in there and, they could put in different pictures of the house so you can get a good view of everything. Everything that you can imagine. Look at the listings. You can add your listings in here. They click on the listing, see all the photos of the listing, see the details of that listing. So this is a really powerful tool for a real estate agent, and you get to stroke their ego at the same time because they can tell all their friends, hi, I got an app. You don't, right?
Right.
So there we go. Not even, there's another great idea of how you guys can take this and go out and start making some money. Again, our audience view is still almost 100%. It dropped down to 98% for a second when I said that. I think we had a few people run over to buy this. So if you still haven't gotten it, grab it, because you can go out and get yourself a real estate agent client with what I just showed you real fast.
Are you kidding me? They'll multiply. It'll be like a cell splitting off, and then those two cells splitting off. It'll just go and go and go because it's infectious. Everybody's like, oh, you've got the Super Soaker 500. I've got to go get it the 750. When I was a kid, that was like the thing. And then, you graduate all the way up until you get to the backpack one, where you're carrying around like 10 gallons of water.
Right.
And you're just soaking all your friends. You've got to one-up your buddies and your colleagues. And it's this app, I'm telling you, the mobile app Wave, on top of the fact it's a functional business card is what it is, without having to
everything.
carry a Rolodex or a wallet, full of business cards. And everybody's getting away from that. In fact, I saw the other day a case for an iPhone that's actually doubles as a wallet. So it's like, if you lose your phone, you're probably pretty screwed there. I mean, it's safe to say, but people usually don't lose their phones, especially smartphones. They take good care of them. And you got to understand, if you're slimmed down enough to where you're only carrying a couple of cards and some cash, I mean, think about that. A couple of credit cards and some bank cards and some cash. Everything else is on your mobile phone. How crazy is that? I mean, that's what we're progressing to. Plastic is going to be a thing of the past here real soon, I got a feeling. And mobile apps are in. Yeah. Mobile apps are in. That is what everybody's using because of the functional use. It's not just a piece of paper that's got some printing on it, called a business card. It's not just some website that you have to spend thousands a month on SEO for. You can get traffic to your app right now, cheap, dirt cheap, and get professional-looking apps. Again, with a one-time offer, you're not going to find this anywhere else. It's just that simple. No one else can afford to do what Mark talked Apps Moment into doing.
No. Speaking of that, we had a question somebody had asked, Ganti asked, and welcome back again, Ganti. Ganti had asked if or who handles support, and Apps Moment does handle the support, but they've been doing this a long time, and I trust them to be able to provide you with the same level of support that I would provide. Now, if you have a question or a problem that they're not answering, feel free to still reach out to my support and let me know if something does occur. I do stand behind that, and I will contact them as quickly as possible, make sure that they jump in there, because I do got your back. But understand that they are handling all the support. That's part of the deal. So one more time, actually, we got a couple of questions, and we're going to close this up because, like I said, it is Saturday. I know it's getting kind of late. So first thing first, how is it once you actually get access to the system that you actually get your account so you can start building apps? First things first, you want to go ahead and go to your JVZoo account, and you'll get a click here to access your purchase. When you click on that, fill out that form, click that link, fill out the form, and it'll give you a username and password, which you'll actually create your own username and password for Offline Appreneur. Then you're going to come in and log in, and when you log in, go down here where it says clients or apps client activation. Fill this out with your name, email, PayPal, transaction ID, and then select which package you purchased. Now make sure you fill out the right one because they are going to verify that. This is all verified by Apps Moment. Now the next thing that you're going to do after you fill that out is click here where it says App Builder Login. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and open that up here in a new window so you can see. When you go to the App Builder Login, it's going to take you to this page. Just click here where it says Register, and it's going to take you to a form that you need to fill out. And all you need to do is fill out your username and password. Make sure you use the same email that you used to purchase, your first name, last name, put in your verification code, and click Register. Once you do that, you're going to be all set up to be able to start building apps. You don't have to wait. I know the app, it'll tell you that you have 24 hours, but literally you can get in there and start building apps immediately. Now, once you've built your app, and give me 1 second here, I'm going to go back over to, here we go. Once you've built your app, you can come in here, click on Publish, and then it will go to Apps Moment for approval, so they can verify that the app is, on par with what they expect. And I'm pretty sure they'll let you know if you need to make any changes. They're not going to just submit it off to, Android or whatever. If there's problems that they think will get the app denied. Next, after you've done that, you're good to go. Okay, so it's that simple. You definitely want to make sure you get in here inside the members area, go into all the training, which is over here. You got all the training. You've got your the plugin from Nick, the Magic Mobile Control. You've got the bonuses, which were provided by a couple of our good friends. The first one here is from the Bold Angels, Tina and Trish Gillum and Tina Williams, and also Barb Ling provided this really awesome bonus as well. So you get those as in addition to all the bonuses that William and I has put together. Now, if you did not get an opportunity to upgrade, you can click here on this upgrade button, and that will actually take you to the upgrade area to where you can purchase the upgrade, which is the upgrade is the two different offers. We have the, which I'll cover those in just a second. You got the unlimited apps, or you've got the 100 apps for $97. Okay, so one more time, I'm going to cover here what you get when you purchase the offline mobile appreneur course and system. You're going to get everything that you need in order to get started and start selling mobile apps. You get included in the purchase 5 apps that you can go and build right away. Okay, these apps work on iPhone, iPad, Android, and Kindle. It's all click and point, simple, easy software to use. You get access to our Mobile Mastery series, which is all the training that you're going to need. It's all going to teach you how to build the apps. It's going to teach you what businesses to target. It's going to teach you how to find leads, everything. Okay. You also get Nick Lapola's Magic Mobile Control plugin, which is going to automatically detect and instantly serve your customers up the iPhone, iPad, Android, and Kindle apps that you've built for your customers. So if one of the customers visits the site from their device and, let's say you're on an iPhone, you go to your customer's website, automatically you're going to be served up a message specifically for you, the iPhone user, that says, hey, come and check out this link. And what we use that link for is to deliver up the application. So you can customize the application or the message that the iPhone users get, or iPad or Kindle or Android. You customize that message, you customize that link, and then you click save, and you're all set. Okay. So again, you get that for $27. That whole all that stuff that I just mentioned, plus, as if that wasn't already enough, you're also going to get access to our instant credibility package, which includes your own website. So you actually can say, hey, look at me, I'm a mobile pro. I'm going to help you do build your mobile website for your business. So you get that, and you also get the new client kit, which has apps and contracts and all that good stuff in there for you. Okay, look at these apps. Okay, they're beautiful. You can build some really powerful and pretty applications for your customers. They're going to love you. You got all these additional features. You got GPS location, online ordering, one-click purchases, PayPal integration, game builders. I mean, you name it, it's here. Digital loyalty punch cards where you can actually have your customers check in at their location so they can reward them for loyalty, for coming back over and over and over. And that's just on the one time. I'm sorry, that's on the main offer. Now, if we go in here to the one-time offer, you have the ability to get your hands on unlimited applications for a one-time fee of $197. No monthly fees, no fees for publishing apps, none of that. Okay, and the other option is our $97 for 100 apps. So those are your choices. Guys, I want to thank you for coming out here on a Saturday and spending your time with us. If you're watching this recording, you got to act fast. Do not hesitate on this offer, because when it comes down, no matter how much you beg me, no matter how much you plead, it's out of my hands. I cannot make it available. I cannot, because it's out of my hands. We have partners here, and they are not going to allow it, and with good reason. Most of their competition's charging anywhere from $47 to $600 a month for this. You're getting your hands on it for practically, for a steal at $197. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. One more time, William, drop the link in there for them so they can pick it up.
Absolutely.
And I am going to sign off for now. William, do you have anything else you have to say?
No. I mean, it was good being out, hanging out with you guys Saturday, and getting this information covered, because I'm telling you, this is the way of the future. This is where everybody's heading. So glad you guys are on board with us.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks everybody for your time today, and I will see you all soon. Grab Offline Appreneur. Again, you got until the end of the day on Tuesday. So at 11:59 p.m., we're going to be pulling down the offer as soon as the stroke of midnight hits on Wednesday. So and that's 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So as soon as it's 11:59.9 whatever, and it hits the stroke of midnight, the offer is gone. And I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Also, if you're submitting your bonuses, please understand there are a lot of tickets that I have to handle here. So I'm going to get to them as quickly as possible, but you have to be patient. We'll get you those links over. It'll probably be just a short message saying, here's your links. If you have other questions that do not pertain to the to the bonuses, there's only so many questions that we can answer. So if you have apps questions and things like that, you're going to have to hit up support at Apps Moment, and all that's inside your offline appreneur. Other than that, thanks again for your support, guys, and have a great weekend.